Hi everyone, it's Wanda with the Armchair Cat Advocate. Hi Cat Mama and hi Mark. Sorry for the delay here. Dawn has some issues going on with her mom. Um, so hopefully, hi Catitude. So hopefully she's going to join us around 2:30, I think. So we'll just hang out here until then. And hopefully, she'll come in. I did ask her if she wanted to go ahead and reschedule it, but she wants to do this today. Actually, this was her idea. She wanted to do a community celebration because we've had so many issues and continue to have issues with another content creator that doesn't seem to want to stop. I don't know what the deal is over there. We've had issues with certain subs that, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a whole lot of things. And I would like to say that today would be the last that we would have to deal with that content creator, but I know that's not going to be the case because this person obviously has serious mental illness at this point. There's just no other reason for the behavior than that there's serious mental illness there, especially the unhinged rants, the bizarre fixation that she has on me, the weird stalking. And she's probably, hi Kim, probably watching right now, because she doesn't understand that no means no. I don't want anything to do with you. You're not relevant. Go away. She doesn't understand that. Nobody's cares about you. We don't. You're not relevant. You're not. You're just some ex-junkie with mental health issues that we don't care about. So just go over on your little channel and play with your little troll friends. So anyway, great way to start a stream. I didn't curse and swear though, like the other one does. So we want this to be, we do appreciate the people that come on here, like Mark and Cat Mama and Catitude. Hi, Catitude. I didn't say hi to you. We do appreciate all the support, and we do appreciate the people that are supporting, more importantly, that are here to support the cats. And, I know Dawn, we had a lengthy discussion. Well, actually, we pretty much talked between text and actual on the phone yesterday. We talked probably several hours about all of this. Went through a whole bunch of things of what can we do to stop it. We even played around with the idea of maybe we need to just take the channel down altogether. That's how intense the conversations became, that maybe we just need to take it down. The big bad would win then, which wouldn't be happy about. But I don't like the fact that this is impacting people other than myself, and this is what they don't seem to understand. Dawn's not here yet, Mark. She won't be here to probably 2:30ish. She actually got her time. So let me just say a little bit about what's happening with Dawn. Dawn's overwhelmed right now. I mean, majorly overwhelmed. And she just moved her mom up. Now a ramp had to be built because her mom's in a wheelchair. She's in a one-story house, but they had to build a ramp because there were steps or something to the carport. She can't get into her car without a ramp. So now Russ is building a ramp, and Dawn's trying to get her fixed up. And then Dawn has some things going on, having some things in play with the colony, there's some good things in play with the colony, as far as, and I'll let her talk about that. But, as far as like the spay neuter thing, and there was, I forget what the other thing was that she told me. Oh, she did contact Mike Wheeler, the guy from HASS, I guess you pronounce it, the Human Animal Support Services in Arkansas. So she did reach out to him, excuse me, hoping to get a comment back. No, they have to actually drive. Dawn is in the trailer park, and her mom is actually, I'm not sure where her mom is, but her mom, they do have to drive. And actually, when I texted Dawn and then I called her, and she's actually at Walmart right now shopping for her mom. And I told her, I said, look, if you don't have to do this, if you're overwhelmed, please don't make yourself more overwhelmed by doing this stream. But she wants to do it because, Dawn is incredibly invested in this channel. And, one of the things that we did talk about, and, I hate to even put it out there to everyone, but one of the things we did talk about was Dawn just taking over the channel herself and myself just walking away from it. Because for me, it's kind of like, I never wanted to do it in the first place. This wasn't my idea in the first place. It was Kim's idea, but she was too lazy to do a second channel. So she threw it in my lap. And the understanding was I was going to get help from her, but that never happened. But she wanted half of whatever proceeds or whatever income I was going to get. So, all this BS about, I helped her start a channel. No, you didn't. And I have the receipts, and I already read the receipts, and I'm not rehashing it. But, Dawn wants to do a rescue. She wants to do a legitimate rescue. She wants to do either LLC or nonprofit or something. And I said, she wanted to start a channel, didn't have the capacity or the time to do it. Here's one already built for her. So I'm just throwing it out there to everyone because I'm very, and that's one of the things we wanted to talk about. I'm very unsure about my future here. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. Well, Mark, I don't know yet. I'm not sure. And it just kind of comes down to, like, I had a lengthy discussion with my therapist this morning. And my therapist pretty much said that it sounds like the other person in question does have serious mental health issues and probably at this point should be held for a psych eval, especially after the crazy, meltdown on air. Then there were some other things that we discussed, and and I talked to my therapist, and I read comments from the individuals, some of who are probably watching. Hi, trolls. Thanks for supporting the channel. Rage watching counts too. How do I see my bestie if you do that? I don't know. Would have to figure something out, I guess. But I talked to my therapist. Just kidding. Yeah, I could do that, Cat Mama. And I talked to my therapist. I showed her the comments, and I told her, I said, it's at the point now where it's bullying. This is out and out bullying and harassment. I mean, YouTube needs to have better standards to deal with this kind of craziness. There's gaslighting going on. There's people over there, like the person that I made a hidden user. And I'm going to read an email from that person later, and we're going to talk about that person because that person still doesn't understand why they got hidden. After I sat here for 3-4 hours and I explained to everybody, I will not tolerate drama. I'm not going to do it. It's not fair to the people that are on this channel that want to be here because they want to look at cats. They want it like Cat Mama. Cat Mama wants to be here. She loves the cats. She's been very, very supportive of both myself and Dawn, and she's gotten caught in the crosshairs. And Cat Mama, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm just making a point that people are getting caught in the middle here that don't deserve to be caught in the middle, and they're being hurt. And I don't want to hear this BS about, we're going over there and harassing her members, because that's not happening. Nobody's harassing her members. I don't even know who her members are. I don't care, because like I said, none of you guys are relevant over there. None of you are. I can't fathom how someone, okay, you had every gift given to you, Miss Content Creator. You had a channel that blew up in 1 month. 1 month. That's unheard of in YouTube. Very rarely does it happen. Usually it takes 6 months to a year to become monetized. In 1 month, somehow she managed to get 1,000 subscribers and get fully monetized. And then she came on in the video and said, I don't know what to do now. I got this and I'm not sure. And I just don't know what I'm going to do. And I might have to end the channel. And then Jenna shows up. And for free, she gets a free producer. And not only a free producer, but the wife of the man who produces a show for a former Howard Stern employee. Think about that for a minute. Howard Stern. Her husband, Joe, works as producer on the Shuley Network. I don't know a whole lot about these people. But apparently this is a big thing. This Shuley Stuttering Jack, or not Stuttering Jack, Stuttering John crap. I don't understand it. I don't care about it. I have no interest in it. But apparently it's some big thing that comes off of its all right, cat mama. But no, it's not okay. It's not, even if no one's harassed you directly, it's still not okay. It's not okay that you feel that you're not feeling comfortable, that you're feeling traumatized. That's not okay. That's not okay, because that's not what I want for this community. You know, this community was supposed to be a trauma-informed, competent, sensitive community, and this illness from this other content creator is seeping in here, and that's not okay with me. It's just not. So, you know, she had all these gifts given to her. She has 4.31K subscribers. Now, granted, some of those she got because she just, you know, piggybacked off of Furball Farms and exploited them. And some of those people came from all this drama that she's created with me, coming over here and telling me, pointing the finger at me and saying I'm the one that did this and that and the other, when there's no proof of anything, because everything is confidential. I know. I talked to the animal control people. She's lying if she's saying anything else, because it's all confidential. And for someone to have all those things, she gets about $200 a month in revenue from her channel. And plus all the other stuff that's get thrown at her. She constantly gets gifts from Amazon, she's got how much money the GoFundMe thing, there's still a lot of money out there with the GoFundMe. And while we're talking about that, I want to make one thing very clear. When I told you that I would give you an apology if you showed receipts, I don't mean receipts for your 20 cats. I meant I want a receipt I want the receipts from the vet of Hannah. I want the receipts. I want to see what you're doing with the GoFundMe. I want you to do, and I said this before, I want you to do what Dawn did. I want itemized everything. What'd you spend the PayPal on? What'd you spend the GoFundMe on? Everything itemized. Put it in because I am not looking at your content, honey. I'm not giving you a view, even a rage view. You're not getting it from me. You're not getting one more thing from me. You've already taken my peace. You've taken some of my sanity. You've stolen my time, which really pisses me off because I can never get that back. I'm 58 years old. Time's ticking. I don't want to waste any time. You wasted a month and a half, 2 months of me working on this channel, busting my butt. I had to hide everything because of Temu Troll. So no, you're not getting anything more from me. No, you're not. Your user days are done, babe. You're not getting anything. And you can go over there and you can make fun of me and you can imitate me. I heard you do a good imitation. I can do a good imitation of you too. Hi, my name's Kim. Can you give me some money? I like that imitation. I want to see it. Put it on the community tab. Dawn did. Put it on the community tab. It's easy. I mean, if you can account for everything that you spend it on, I can. My PayPal account, I have everything. On my PayPal account, I read it off. And like I said, the only reason I don't have it up is because there's people's names on there, and some of those people want to remain anonymous. And I'm going to respect that. And plus, I don't want my information out there. But I just put up again. You saw 2 bags of cat litter. 2 bags of cat litter. There, I'll tell you how much I spent on it. Because it was on sale. I got it PetSmart. It was buy one, get one 20% off. And then they had, if you spent $50, you got another $10 off. That's why I got it. Because see, unlike you, I actually shop sales. I don't rely on people just, throwing money at me. Wait here, PetSmart. Let's my PetSmart app come up here, and I will tell you in 1 second. Sometimes it takes. Here we go. Let me look here. Purchase history. Okay, purchase history. Let me see. Is there anything on here? Yeah, my address is on here. I don't want to show this. Okay, so the subtotal was actually. I can do it this way. I don't have anything on there, right? Okay, nope. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see if it'll come clean. But I'm just going to give you a quick little look there. I'm hiding my address because I don't trust that Mark West won't come and knock on my door. One of your ex-druggy friends. Because I'd hate to see him go to jail. He already probably has a felony. He'd probably go away for life. So there we go. So just so you know, I'm not lying about that. Okay, so its subtotal was $73.98. Discounts were $17.40. Tax was $3.39. The dasher tip was $2.82, and the grand total was $62.79. And it was PayPal. So, that's what I want you to show. Show it. No, I know I don't need to show you that, Mark. I understand. And neither does Dawn. Yeah. It did. It went to the cats, cat mama. It went to the cats. Because here's the thing. I know you guys are okay with it. I know you are. And I appreciate it a lot. I do. And and cat mama, I will, when I'm going to go through Amazon again and see if I can find like some chocolate that's reasonably priced and not like $100 or something. And then you can get me some chocolate. Okay. I'll do that. But I just go off of myself, and I try to treat people the way I would want to be treated. And I know if I give somebody money, and I'm giving them money for a specific purpose, like if I'm giving them money to fix a furnace, I want them to use it to fix the furnace. I don't want them to use it to go to Taco Bell or whatever and buy a $10 burrito. Unless they have no food at all and they're starving. But actually, for $10, you could go and get some kidney beans, and you could actually you could get the fixings for like a chili or something you could eat for several days versus what you eat at fast food. That's just the way I look at it. But if somebody's giving me money for cats, I feel like it should be spent on the cats, because that's what this channel is about too. It's about the cats. It's about caring for the cats. I mean, look at Moosh. Moosh is so happy now. She's so happy. She was down there this morning. I went down and picked up they didn't eat all their food. So I picked up their food, put it in the fridge for tonight. And she was, as soon as I came up to the balcony, her and there's the Timu Jack tuxedo cat was down there. Then she's like, it's so nice to see her. She's not being bothered. The boys are like, they hang around her, but they don't bother her like they did before. She's not being chased by them. She's not constantly being harassed by them. They're not constantly sniffing her and, juggling among themselves to get at her. It's just so nice. It's so, I'm so happy for her. She's just such a happy little girl now. And she's doing really well. Her incision's doing really well. She hasn't come back in, but she does come on the balcony every night. Yeah, I think once Yum Yum gets neutered, I think he'll be more too. And I think maybe Jack, because he gets bullied because he's a smaller cat. He gets a little bit bullied. But him and her have been, since she's gotten spayed, their relationship's been better too. For when she wasn't spayed, I started seeing some, not aggression, but they would he would growl at her, or she would kind of pick at him. And I think now that, she's spayed, and it really does settle them down. So I went out last night. Blossom was in Jack's box, and I missed I wanted to go get some film of Blossom, but I had Dawn on the phone and I couldn't get back out by the time I got back out, Blossom was gone. Lawless was there. Yeah. Well, Cat Mama, I mean, you're helping Dawn. I mean, if you want to help, that's fine. I just don't want you to overextend yourself. Because what Dawn is paying for is outrageous. I don't understand how that can even be considered low cost spay and neuter. $80 a cat? Didn't she say 80 or was it 90? I forget what she said. One kitty in each state. There we go. Well, it's $20. That's all it is. 85. Yeah. Well, she has some new. I don't think she has some news too. Jack need neutering. Let me see. So Jack, I think Moosh is the only other female is the one next door. And they did say that the woman said that she would pay to have that one done, and she said it's okay to get her done. So I might actually talk to Elsbeth and have Elsbeth knock on her door, because Elsbeth's city council, it would be a little more, it might hold a little more weight than if I just knock on her door and say, hey, is it still okay if we spay your cat? I don't know. I just think it's just, coming from like a city council member. Okay, Cat Mama. So let's see. So we have Jack, and I think she's the only other female that I know of. There was a calico that was very thin that came. I saw her off and on, usually like an early morning. And I think she had just given birth, because you could tell she had her little nipples were, I don't know if you can say that on YouTube, but I'm going to. You could tell that she had just given birth. And I tried to get her because she seemed really friendly, but I also thought, well, she might have kittens. So those are the only females that I know of. And I haven't seen the calico, and the other one belongs there. So I think Moosh is the only female. Everybody else is a male. So we have Yum Yum, Theon, Jack, Shizuku. Shizuku is the one that's been... Theon hasn't been done. Mark hasn't been done. Yeah, Mark. And I think Mark's a male. I don't know if Mark is a male. I'm thinking Mark is a male, because Mark was always sniffing around. Mark was always sniffing around around Mushu, so must be something with the name. I don't know. Let's see, who else? I don't know who else is there. Good, Mark, because I didn't want to have to check. Please don't make me do that. Gratitude. Gratitude knows what I'm talking about. Let's see, is there anybody else? It seems like I'm missing somebody. See, some of them like Scar. I don't even see Scar anymore. I don't know if Scar's still around or Scar's okay. But that's, sometimes they do disappear for a couple of months and then they come back. So I think right now we got Theon, Yum Yum, Mark, because Mark comes on a regular basis. There's that other little, there is that, oh my God. There's, you're going to have to use your wrench on yourself, Mark. there was the other, other little tabby that's a male too. That one that's really friendly. The one that we thought was the one that came from the the alley on the other side. So, and I didn't name that one because I haven't seen that one that often. That one comes and goes. That one's really friendly. He'll come over and let me pet him. And he's really young too. So there's that little tabby. There's Theon, Mark, Yum Yum, and Shizuku. So 5. There's 5, I think. And there are other ones that kind of come and go that I'm not sure what their sex are because they just come and go. Let me see if that's Dawn. Let me just check. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that's it so far. Like I said, there are other ones. Like there's a couple cow kitties that I've seen. And I know there's more than just that comes to the station. Oh no. Dawn just texted me. Her van just broke down. Oh no. Well, I don't know if Dawn's going to make it today because we might just have a conversation because I don't want to, I want her to be here to talk about a lot of these things. And I don't want to talk about stuff that, that's happening for her. And because that's her, that's her news to tell. On the tow. Okay. She said, my van broke down. LOL. Tow truck coming. Let's see. Mark, what am I saying? Hang on. Let me see if I can call her. Just let me see. Maybe I can call her. Let me see if she'll answer. Hang on, Mark. Let me see if she can answer because.
Hello.
Hey, I'm on stream, but I just Mark wanted to know if it's something major or just out of fuel.
Oh no, it's definitely something major. This van's had like a ton of issues since we bought it, and they gave us a warranty and said it would cover a bunch of the problems, and it doesn't cover the problems, and then we end up paying for it. And I don't know. I've tried to jump it 3 times now with my jumper box, And some Mexican guy just tried to help me, and he's like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, I don't either. No, it's got a half tank of gas in it. It's not that. It's just a messed up vehicle.
Oh, well, I do have you on speaker. I figured you knew that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm sorry. I thought I should have said that in the beginning. I knew you weren't going to say anything. You know, dramatic.
No. I'm just ticked off at it. Oh, yeah. Hold on one sec.
Maybe we can have her for a little bit on the phone. We'll see how severe this is while she's waiting for the tow truck. She's on hold right now, Cat Mama. Wait, yeah, she's on hold. I think she might be talking to the tow truck. I don't know, Mark. I'll ask her when she comes back. She's been having trouble with this.
I'm sorry about that. It was the tow truck driver. He's trying to find me.
Okay.
So
Mark wanted to know, did any warning lights come on the dash before it happened?
All of them.
Oh no.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Cat Mama says hi.
Oh, hi. I got to get all of my stuff out before the guy gets here.
Okay.
So, but I will try really hard to join you as soon as I possibly can.
Well, you know, don't
I can.
Look, if you don't have to. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, we can
I was not planning on this.
Well, obviously, it's not. No, I wouldn't think. Nobody plans on their vehicle like breaking down. I would, just do what you need to do. Don't worry about it. We'll just sit here and we'll just talk about things, and we can have a celebration stream at another time so you can talk about all the stuff that's going on with you and the colony.
Yeah. That sounds like it might be a possibility, unless if I can catch you, I will, but if I can't, then we'll catch up another time. This is just stupid and sucky. Not the day I was really hoping to have,
Yeah.
But things like that happen.
Yeah.
And you just get through it.
Yeah.
So, but anywho, I see him coming through the parking lot. I'll catch up to you later, though.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Take care. Good luck. You. Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay. Well, probably safe to say that she's not going to make it today. So we will have to, we can stay here for a while and talk, but we'll just have to reschedule what we originally wanted to do. I can talk about things like, I can talk about the person that's hidden and go over that a little bit, because I think we need to talk about that again, because obviously people are not understanding what the problem is. And I did get an email from that person, and basically it's like, again, it comes back. The thing I notice is none of these people want to take responsibility for anything. It's like, well, it's a shame that we can't say what we want. No, you can say anything you want. I've said this before, but know that I can also respond the way that I want. I have that right. You have a right to say whatever you want, but I also have a right to say, oh, I know, Mark, it's a puzzlement, isn't it? Which one that could be. Yeah. I want to talk a little bit about Jack, too. Uncle Jack, not Jack the cat, Uncle Jack. Because I want to clarify a couple of things with that, too. Including what's being said about him and the truth of how that whole date went down. Because I have some pictures I think people need to see. Of course, no, I don't know. YouTube might not like them, but I'm going to put them up anyway. So anyway, let's see here. My kitties are waiting for Tiki, cat, lamb, and beef. Yeah, Jack. You know, Cat Mama, here's the thing with Jack. Jack the cat. I give him this food. So I go out, I give him the Tiki cat, I give him the wellness, I give him the stuff. And he eats it. He does eat it. But he only eats like maybe part of it. And then when I take the food down, I take the Friskies, the cheap, Friskies down to the car. He comes down and he eats the Friskies. So I can't win. He's doing good though. I mean, he was really frisky last night. He was hopping around out there and running from dish to dish and rubbing against me and purring. So yeah. Okay, so let's handle this hidden user thing. Okay, let's just go over this because since Dawn isn't here, I'll be the mean beesh and just say it like it is. There's zero tolerance for this stuff. There really is. I talked to my therapist this morning about it. I told her what was going on. And yeah, he is. He likes that straw box, and I do have to make another one for Lucy. And there's, somebody's donating one of those the nice plastic boxes. Yeah. Oh, they don't for you either. Yeah, my cats are weird like that. Like they'll eat a couple of bites and they'll walk away. So Cat Mama, I hope this isn't too traumatizing for you, but I really need to talk about this because, like I talked to my therapist this morning, and I'm telling my therapist, I said, these people are all, you have to keep in mind, these people are all very late 40s, like 48, 49, upwards to early 60s. These are people that are old enough, way old enough, that they should know better. They should know how to conduct themselves. But instead, they're acting like a bunch of mean girls in high school. And it's really annoying, and it's really stupid, and it's really dumb, and I'm not going to tolerate it. And so the person, and you know what? I don't even care at this point. I'm just going to name names because you wanted to go ahead and cause problems. So guess what? I'm trying to find this one here. So anyway, I don't know if I can find it, but you're welcome, Cat. No. So yeah, Cat Mama, I wouldn't be offended if you want to walk away for a little bit while we talk about this, if it's upsetting to you. I don't, you take care of your mental health first. But I do want to bring this out in the open because this is an example of what I'm talking about. So I'm going to talk about this person. So this person has a channel called Life with 21 Cats and 2 Dogs. Just started the channel. They came into the stream, said, I heard all this crazy stuff over in the other channel, thought I'd come over and check it out. Should have known when they said that. Should have known. But, there have been other people that have come over here that have said the same thing and ended up staying and ended up liking the community and haven't caused problems. So, trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. So the person comes over, everything, okay. Dawn did say to me she wasn't sure how to handle this person or deal with this person or wasn't sure how to take this person. And, my response was, look, let's just give them a chance. We don't know, and everybody has a right. Like I've said numerous times, everybody has a right. You can be on this channel and you can be on that channel if you want. I don't care. I don't care. There are people that are going over there because they're worried about the cats at this point, because they're seeing somebody exhibiting unhinged behavior, someone who's obviously seriously mentally ill, someone who has these weird fixations on myself and the channel, someone who's like, who espouses to hate me so much, but yet she's always over here. She's probably watching now. Hi, Kim. And anyway, this person, comes over and starts talking about wanting to create a channel. Like, okay, do it. But they didn't want to step on anybody's toes. Let me just check this a minute and see if this is Dawn. No. Okay. So yeah, fine, whatever. Start a channel. I don't have a problem with that. I encourage it. If you want to do a channel, I think it's called the World Wide Web for a reason. There's plenty of people out there. There's millions of people out there. Worldwide means worldwide. There's people in the United States, there's people in the UK, there's people in India, there's people in Japan, there's people everywhere that watch YouTube. Not an issue. You can watch more than one channel. I do. And I'm subscribed to channels too that I never watch. And the reason I subscribe to them is because usually it's a younger person. Usually it's someone that has a mental health illness, or like there was a young black girl from, where was she from? I forget. But I think she was in an African town, and I can't remember where exactly. But anyway, the town she was at, she wanted to study ballet, but they didn't have a ballet school or anything. There was like one person, I think maybe, that she was trying to learn off YouTube or something. And she had all these videos of her, doing ballet, and people were making rude comments like, oh, your shoes don't fit and this doesn't work and you're not doing that right. And they weren't saying it nicely. They were just being rude. And so I subscribed and I said, look, I think what you're doing is great. If you want to dance, figure out a way. Maybe you can get to a bigger city in where you're at. And, those are the kind of people that I like to subscribe to, because I like to give them, because they, it takes a while to build up the subscriber count, and I like to try to help where I can. And I also like, if I see something come across my feed where it's a video of a cat, or it's a little kid doing something and there's no comments, I'll put a comment, say, hey, that was really cool. I liked what you did. I try to do stuff like that just because, I don't know, I think the world sucks. I think a lot of people suck that are in the world. And I think we have enough nastiness, as we can see, that's going on here. Why do we need more negativity? I don't think we need any more negativity. I think we need more positivity. I mean, that's not to say that we shouldn't be real about things, but why be excessively negative if you don't have to be? So anyway, a person wanted to start a channel. And they said that they were kind of afraid because they didn't want to step on anybody's toes. Well, then they named their channel 21 Cats and 2 Dogs. And I'm thinking, well, okay, I'm not sure what to think about that, because that could go one of two ways. That could either be like a dig at a certain content creator, or it could be, I love that content creator so much, I want to be just like them when I grow up. Well, unfortunately, it was the latter rather than the former, apparently. So anyway, we encourage her. I sit through chats, I sit through lives where she's in chat, and pretty much everything in chat is my channel. I need to do this with my channel, and I don't know how to do this. And I'm sitting, and I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, wow, that's pretty rude, because I'm talking about things and all you're doing is talking about your channel and trying to get, and apparently they do the same thing over there, which it's okay to talk about your channel. But when somebody's doing a live stream, to make it the focus of everything, and plus I encourage people to go over and sub, to that person to help them out so they could go live and everything. They could do all their stuff that they need to do. They're up to like 70 subs. I'm not saying that that's all us, but I know there are quite a few people from this community that did go over and sub. Fine, whatever. And everything's, rolling okay. And then we have the live stream with, and I mean, and I've had, and, I will also say that I have had members in this community that did contact me and say that they were bothered by this constant, plugging their channel. And I'm kind of like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's all new. Let the person have their fun. It's okay. So we get to the 10-hour stream, the one that Kimmy watched, even though she doesn't want to admit it, because, obviously that's why she couldn't get up in time to have her coffee and a cleanup stream. We all know, Kim, please. So anyway, Uncle Jack came on. Nunya was there. Uncle Jack came on. That was that was like throwing that was like gasoline in a match. It was like whew. And Nunya is like, put Jack on. I'm like, okay. Or where's Jack? No, she's like, where's Jack? So I text Jack. And by the way, Temu Troll, we're going to address your little rumors that you're spreading about Jack and I. And you're not going to like the way I'm going to address it. But, we're going to address it. So anyway, Jack comes into chat. Jack's being Jack. You have to understand, okay? This is the thing. Jack is not for everybody. Jack is like caviar, an acquired taste. Jack is kind of like Mark. Mark, some people get kind of, Mark's much more low key than Jack. Just think Mark like revved up 100 times. But there's some people don't get Mark's sense of humor either, but Mark's a great guy. Most people in the community have no problem with him. The people that did have a problem with him are gone, so whatever. So anyway, get back to the story. Jack comes on and he's like, give me a link, get me in the stream. Like, oh, I don't know. This is going to go south real fast. And I'm thinking, it's a 10-hour stream. I don't know. I don't know if this is even going to get monetized at this point anyway. Oh, what the heck. So I put him in. And of course, it's late. It's like 3:00 in the morning. Jack's been sipping out of the mug. And things were said. Now, I will say that some of the things that were said, and let me say this because I want to say this because I know Temu Troll is probably watching too. Hi, Temu Troll. Hi, Kim. So anyway, don't forget too, Kim, when you do your imitation of me, anyway, remember to put that in there. I'm like giving you some little, tidbits here to kind of spice things up. So you really hone in. Oh, I just realized something, everybody. That's why Kim watches this, because that's what she's going to do next. I figured it out. It was right in front of us. How did we not figure this out? Kim wants to be on the Shuli Network. She wants to be a comedian. She's practicing her impressions. That's why she's studying me. I'm flattered, Kim. Wow, you're spending all this time and energy studying everything that I do? Wow. That's so great. I can't wait to see you in some comedy club doing. And this was this crazy friend that I knew. You know, cuz like Molly, remember Molly? Everybody remember Molly? Now you have crazy Wanda too. I'm going to be part of a comedy act, guys. That's pretty cool. And then I can say when people say, do you know, it'll, it's going to be like some big thing. It's going to be like George Carlin. For those of you who are old enough to remember George Carlin, like some of his famous skits, like the one with boxes, like people buy boxes to put in boxes and then they put the box in the box and then they get a big house, which is a box, and they put more box. That's what she's going to do. She's going to have this whole riff on crazy people that she knew back in the day when she was, cooking meth. Yeah, crazy Wanda. Maybe I could be a car sales lady. Come on down. I need a car. If I opened a car lot, I'd have my choice. I'll be looking for your comedy routine, Kim. Well, she's got the foul mouth already for it, because that's part of it. Eddie Murphy, I think, kind of started. Well, no, it wasn't Eddie Murphy. Who was the one that kind of started all the foulness? It wasn't Eddie Murphy. It was another guy. Can't remember. But yeah, yeah. There you go. And I see the numbers are going up. Hi, Kim's Bully Crew. Hi. Somebody left. Oh my God, she can see us through the screen. That's okay. It's okay, Mark. I like being crazy. It's better than being normal. And you have to be crazy to survive this world. So anyway, going back to the person that showed up. So, Jack's doing his thing, Jack's saying things, and you have to understand, Jack has, for all of Jack's bravado, Jack has been hurt by this person. Jack's really been hurt by this person, financially, emotionally, mentally, because you guys do not know the depths of what she did. You don't understand. You're going to at least know some of it, because I have receipts to show. I mean, anyone who knows me will tell you this. I will give people the benefit of the doubt. I will admit if I'm wrong. I will apologize if I'm wrong. I will point out somebody's issues, and I will point out somebody's successes or strong points. And I'm not going to say that Jack's perfect, because he's not. There's things that he says that I don't agree with, and he knows that. But that doesn't mean you still can't be friends with someone just because you don't always agree with everything they say. So things were said that night, and some things were said about the content creator. And you have to understand that they were basically in a relationship. They were. She's not telling it that way. She's not representing what happened in a factual manner. But that is what was going on, because I was there for it. Yeah, Cat Mama, and the reason you didn't, and the reason you didn't is because, well, things went down that I didn't know about. I didn't know about it. I thought he was horrible. I did. I thought he was a horrible POS. I thought he was sexist. I thought he was a pig, quite honestly. I did. I wanted nothing to do with him. But then when all this started, and originally I went to Mark first. I went to Mark first because I had been told things about Mark that I started to question because I didn't see in Mark what I was being told Mark was about. So I emailed Mark, and Mark, gave me the grace to explain what had happened with that content creator, and he had receipts. And it pretty much turns out that what I was shown, yeah. Well, we're gonna talk about that a little bit, Cat Mama, because look, again, I'm not saying what he did was right. I'm not. But there was a reason for it, okay? And I'm not saying that again. This is a hard one to deal with, but I'm going to try to deal with it. It's kind of sensitive too, but I'm going to try to deal with it the best I can, because there were things that the community didn't know she did with him, because she represented herself as not that kind of girl, but that's not exactly true. And I know, because just like Daisy Bree, I was there for it. I was her friend. I was the one that got the phone calls. I was the one that got the texts. And I'm going to tell you about a specific incident that happened that made me really question what happened between her and him. And then when I talked to him, everything made sense to me. So we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. But I want to finish with the hidden user issue first. So, I had talked to Mark, and Mark showed me things that I hadn't seen. Because see, one of the things that I've noticed about this content creator is she only shows, she knows how to spin. She'd be a great public relations person. There's another career choice for you, Kim. If the comedian thing doesn't work out, try marketing, public relations. Really good spin. Thank you, Cat Mama. Because I haven't, I didn't get full stories on anything. I just got snapshots. There's a concept, because I have my degree in speech communications, public relations, and there's a concept called framing. And basically framing is pretty much what it sounds like it is. So this is the way that, like, say you have a picture of a wolf. Just imagine out in like Montana or one of the wild, somewhere really wild country, and you have a picture of a wolf, and you have a picture of the wolf looking at a sheep. Now, depending how you frame that, you could frame it from the predator, that look at this ferocious predator killing YouTube, unaliving all this livestock. Or you could show it from the wildlife preservation side, that the rancher has taken all the habitat from the wolves, and now they don't have any more. Yes, that would be great, Cat Mama, if that could happen. I wish we could just get out the magic wand and make all this disappear. That would be fabulous. So anyway, you see where I'm going with this. I mean, there's different ways you can look at something. You can look at, if you're a rancher, you can frame the wolf as this horrible predator that's out to unalive all your sheep. Or if you're trying to if you're in conservation and you're trying to save the wolves, you can frame it as the ranchers, the villain, and taking all the land from the wolf, and the wolf has no choice but to prey on the sheep because there's nothing left. That's framing. And both of those frames, those snapshots are true to a certain extent, but neither one shows the whole picture. Neither one really gets in there and explains what's happening in the whole, the whole picture, like having the wolf and the sheep together in the frame. It's called spin. It's what they refer to as spin. You spin it one way, you spin it another way. However you want people to be influenced. It's a manipulation technique, basically. I hate to say that, but it is. And that content creator is a master at that. Because she spins the story to make herself look good and make everybody else look bad. Because she's not telling the whole story about what happened between her and I. And no one's listening to me at this point because everybody's so over there. They're so wrapped up in the drama and they're feeding on it. And I would also wager that probably a good portion of the people over there are trolls. And they're just encouraging it because they like it. They like to see her go off. They like to see, you see the same thing with, like, look at any reaction channel. Look at, like, Oh Lordy, It's Jordy, because I've talked about him before. You look at him, you look at some of his reaction videos, and he talks about it. He talks about, certain problematic content creators having people that come into their chat and they act like they're on that person's side, but really they're just there because they don't like the person. They're just trolling. They just want to see the person go bonkers on a live. It's fun. It's entertaining. It's like Jerry Springer. So anyway, after this person, after this whole thing with Jack, and yeah, Jack did, get a little out of hand. And I'm going to say that Jack said the next day, and actually I even have it here, and I can show everyone because, I know people aren't going to believe me. Let me see here. Okay. Yeah. Well, some of this is, I can't show this. Some of this is a little rough. The language is rough for YouTube. I'm not good. So I'm just going to read it. So, oh, here it is. So this was Sunday, September 22nd at 6:13 a.m. And he sent me this text. I hope I wasn't too over the top. And he had done that and the other live stream that he was on, where he had said some things in the chat that were a little colorful. Afterwards, he apologized and said he was sorry. He didn't mean to. He didn't want to hurt my channel. So for someone that is such a horrible person, I mean, he apologized. And when he comes on here, when he makes comments, the comments are respectful. I don't see colorful, crazy language. So this person, this sub that got hidden, after I went through the whole spiel, I spent 4 hours during that live. 4 hours I was on here talking about all this. I said over and over again, very clearly, I don't care if you're, yes, Mark, absolutely. If you want to be on this channel and you want to be on that channel, that's fine. I don't care. I don't. I'm not here to monitor. I'm not Wanda the dictator. I'm not going to sit here and go, you shall come and onto this channel and only be on my channel and only say nice things and never ask anything and never have any civil discourse or anything. I'm not that person. I welcome people to question things and to ask things, and to, if you have a question about something or you think I could do something a better way, I welcome that. But what I don't want is I don't want people coming on here okay, yeah, cat mama. Yeah. So yeah, I don't mind, I don't mind you going on to other channels. I don't. The problem that I have is when people come on this channel, just like Cammy did, came on this channel, and Cammy's still over there. Cammy's still over there saying, I wanted to support Wanda so bad, but she's just a horrible person, la la la. Oh, come on, Cammy, knock it off. Just stop. Grow up. And then I see a comment, Wendell told me. Wendell didn't tell you. Bullshit. Wendell probably told you, just don't bother with that channel. Because I somehow don't see Wendell as a drama king. Wendell probably has common sense. Wendell's probably like, no, Wendell probably said, it was probably referring to the content creator, the one that suckered him into buying you HelloFresh. He probably said that about her, and you're just saying it about me because you like to play both sides too. Well, you aren't doing it anymore because you're gone. And if you're watching, hi, Cammy. Oh, I'm sorry, cat mama. He passed. 2020. Oh. Yeah, we're going to talk about that, Mark. We're going to talk about that because I think Jack needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about in a sensible way, in a serious way. I think we need to have a serious discussion because this is just, as far as I'm concerned, Jerry needs to grow up, really. Jerry's like one of the worst over there. And I think a lot of Kim's behavior is coming from her because personalities kind of feed off of each other. I just don't, I just kind of, I gotta wonder what these women's husbands are like. I really gotta wonder. I'd love to sit down with them and have a heart to heart and say, what do you see in this person? Because obviously people act different ways with different people. But I'd like to see, and I'd like to just ask them and say, why is this person, if this is such a great person, that you married that person, or did you marry him because it was convenient? I don't get it at all. I know if someone that I was involved with, if I saw them acting this way, if I saw them acting the way that Cammy's acting, I would be so disappointed. Just like Catitude was with that content creator smoking. I've been very disappointed. And I would tell them that. You're how old? And you're feeding the drama? Yeah, cat mama, that's good. I'm actually going to put this one up here. Actually, they are probably acting out their anger online. Yep. But yeah, so, all these things were said in the stream. Okay. Yeah. Some of it was pretty rough. But then there was a comment from this person that I ended up hiding, that said something about she didn't feel like Jack gave her a fair shot because she always thinks that the content creator's house looks clean, blah, blah, blah. And, Dawn responded. I forget what Dawn said. Dawn said something like, well, you don't know everything. Or, Dawn was nice, of course, but she said, made out the point that you don't know everything that was done and you don't understand the kind of damage that she did to Dawn. Because I'm telling you right now, and Dawn has already admitted this, so I'm not, giving away anything. Dawn has already said she's been incredibly triggered by this. So for Kim to continue this craziness, for her to continue these attacks, knowing that you're impacting people's mental health, knowing that you're pushing them to the brink of possibly self-harming or self-exiting, and you know that, and you continue, you're a disgusting, vile POS, Kim. And I don't care who hears that, who goes back and tells you. I would tell you to your face if I was close enough to come to, well, take the bus or walk over to you. I'd knock on your door and tell you right to your face. You're a disgusting, vile POS. No one's hurting you. No one came after you. No one attacked you. It's all in your mind. You're Delulu. I love that term. I'm glad that, the powers that be created millennials and Gen Z, because I love that term. Delulu. I'm going to name a cat Delulu. Kimberly Delulu. I'm going to name a cat that. I know I'm going to get a crazy cat at some point that's going to fit. Middle name Molly. Kimberly Molly Delulu. So, this whole thing has been going on since July. You need to put it away because they're not taking the cat. The cats are still there. All of this from the beginning. And I said from the very beginning, when I called animal control and I talked to them and I said, look, this person's harassing me. Is there anything you can do? And they said no. And then I said, hey, are they at least, please don't take her cats from her. I don't know what this is about. I know people were asking about the kitten because they told me that it was the kitten. It was about the kitten. The whole thing was about the kitten. It wasn't even about the cats over the ordinance or over the limit, whatever. And, there's nothing they could do because it's all confidential. It's all anonymous, blah, blah, blah. And he did say to me, he said, it's probably best that you don't call here, though, because then they're going to think it is you. I said, yeah, but what do I do? Call the police. Well, what are the police going to do? They're not going to do anything. I mean, you're working with her. Can you at least just tell her to stop? If I was animal control or city council and I just wish they would watch some of her streams just to see how unhinged she is. Because I bet you 10 to 1, they would rethink not taking those cats from her at this point. Because someone with that much anger, who's that unhinged and that unstable, exhibiting severe mental illness like that, with these Delulu ideas of people, and they're paranoid. It's absolutely paranoid that she thinks all these people are against her. Mark, well, I have one named after me, so why not? No. Yeah, the unhinged one, yeah. Because I can guarantee you're seeing this person having a psychotic break in real life. I've been in the mental health community. I've seen this stuff before, and it's just going to get worse until she either hurts herself or she hurts someone else. Oh, you know what? Dawn just showed up.
Oh, hi.
Hey. Hey.
You can't see me right now because I'm having a tobacco break.
Okay.
Because I just walked in the door and I feel like tearing my hair out.
Well, understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm talking about, I'm finishing up the story of, okay, so I know you can't see the comments, or can you?
I can't right now, but I can click over. Hold on.
Okay. Because Mark's saying hi. Hi, Dawn and Russ. Catitude says hi. Mama says hi.
Hello, everybody. I'm so sorry this was such a screwed up day.
So, Dawn, I'm just finishing up talking about the hidden user that's been causing some problems. Just to reiterate what's happening and kind of what we expect.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to finish that quickly since Dawn's here now. And the Jack story may have to wait to another day. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how long Dawn can stay, and maybe I'll stay afterwards and tell that story. If we're just going to play it by ear. So anyway, the whole thing, Jack came on, all of that went down. This person made the comment. I saw it as well, and I just made the comment. I'm like, okay, I mean, you can have your opinion, but just know that there's two sides to each story, and then there's a lot of stuff in between. And that was kind of the end of it. Well, then everything seemed to be okay. Everything continued on. And then I started getting like messages from people saying, you might want to be careful about somebody in the community. Like, great. Now what? So we had someone sent me a screenshot of this person making a comment about Jack on the other content creators channel. And it was basically, yeah, you're right. He's a POS, blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. And I heard a couple of other things, checked into it. Okay, you're done. Bye. So then I get an email from this person. I'm going to read it to everybody. I get an email from this person. You have to put it up here. And they say, hi, Wanda. I see you were talking about me and you made me a hidden user and the little crying emoji. I apologize. I said something about Jack. I deleted the comment. Okay, great. You deleted the comment. So now you're going to come back and say, now you're going to try to gaslight us probably like the other ones and say, but I never said that. Because that's what we're getting from other people. I think that's kind of in response because they know that. Hi, Yazzie. I think, because they know that I've been posting screenshots of all this stuff on other social media platforms and tagging YouTube and asking YouTube, when are you going to do something about this person? How is this okay? How is it okay that Temu Troll spammed my content with sexual content over 12 times, cutting, copy, paste, and you do nothing? That's spamming. That's against terms of service. That person should be removed. They know what they're doing is wrong. They know. Yeah, and Catatune, it's also a form of gaslighting, which isn't cool. Gaslighting isn't cool, people. Again, what did I just say? You, Kim, are a vile POS for doing what you're doing.
I'm just moving my camera.
People have mental health issues. This is impacting them negatively. You continue. You're vile. And you're creepy. Coming over here. You're probably watching. Coming over here and checking out. It's really strange to me that you're so fixated on us. For somebody that professes over and over again to hate me so much, why are you here? Why do you care? Go away. We weren't bothering you. We were minding our own business, talking about cats, living our lives, and then boom, you show up. Let me finish this. I apologize. I said something about Jack. I deleted the comment. You're right. I shouldn't have said anything. I was upfront with you guys after meeting him, and I said, well, isn't he something? I understand you know things I don't, but I felt he was a bit much, and I was just stating my opinion that he was a bit mean about what he said, and I did bite my tongue over on your channel because I don't want people to be mad at me for disagreeing. No one ever said that you can't have a comment. Nobody ever said that you can't have an opinion. I've said this over and over again. You can have an opinion. Hi, Mary. You can have an opinion. You can give a comment. It's okay. But just know that we can respond. That doesn't mean that we're going to be mad at you. Everybody's entitled to an opinion. But the thing is that a mature person isn't going to do this. A mature person isn't going to go to Dawn and say, hi, Dawn, I love you. You're my best friend. And then go over to that other channel and say, oh, Dawn is a POS. I can't believe. Did you see how those cats, she doesn't have, you feed, you breed, Dawn. You know that, Dawn. You know that.
Guilty.
Yeah. See, that's not what a mature if I don't like what Dawn's saying, then you look and go, okay, this isn't the channel for me. Bye now. And you just leave quiet, like Mary did. Mary's a perfect example of someone who is an intelligent, mature, rational person. No craziness, no crazy comments, no drama. Just, I'm done. I'm out. That's how it should have been handled.
Yeah.
So it goes on to say, well, let me see here. People mad at me for disagreeing. I would like to continue to support both channels and will keep my opinions to myself. Again, nobody's telling you to keep your opinions to yourself.
No,
go ahead, Dawn. I'm sorry.
It's not the point. It's the kind of the sort of high school backstabbiness that I don't like. When someone is not around to defend themselves, right? And then saying things that might be really rude or hurtful to that person, and they have no recourse because they're not around to say, okay, well, what about this? Or,
Yeah, hang on a minute. Mary, what happened, Mary? Wait. Oh, I'm sorry, Mary. Can you see the comments, Dawn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can hang out with us, Mary.
Yeah.
We're here. We're here for you. Yeah, thanks, Mark. So, like Dawn said, yeah, exactly. Said, I'm not trying to call, he said, I don't want people mad. I'm not trying to cause drama anywhere and actually looking forward to there being no drama on either side. Then don't start it. I'm going to read it. There's screenshots of you over there telling that content creator how awesome she is and how you came over here. I'm going to read it then. Just hang on. I'm going to read it. I'm not trying to cause drama. I'm not playing both sides. I truly just enjoy both channels, and I'm sad if you think otherwise. It's too bad. One can't feel it's okay to do that. Again, do not gaslight us. Stop. Don't try to guilt trip. Don't try to gaslight. We're done with it. We're done with all of you. We've said it over and over again. We will continue to say it. You are not relevant. None of you are. Kim is not relevant. Timu Troll is not relevant. None of you are. Unless I use Timu Troll for one of my cute little possum videos, Godfather possum videos, because, Timu Troll, people love to laugh at that. So yeah, I do use you for content because hell yeah, you do it with us. Turnabout's fair play, babe. And we're not going anywhere either. Dawn and I had a huge discussion yesterday, and I'll let Dawn talk. I'm going to finish this, and I'm going to let Dawn. Dawn can talk as much as she wants. Let's see. I'm truly. Anyway, if I remain a hidden user, that's fine, but I will always continue to support you and Dawn. No, you're not. And the kitties, and I hope your channel grows huge. No, you don't. Your actions, the words and the actions are not the same. Remember when I said people make mistakes? Well, that was it was a mistake. Yeah, and you're entitled to a mistake, but you need to be mature enough to acknowledge that mistake, but then go and change it. But you're not. You're continuing to go over there and you're continuing to cause problems by stirring the pot over there. And I'm going to read a comment. Let me find it here. Was it this one? No. I think it was this one. I have to look it up here. It's really low. Really. Let me see here. Okay. So this is just a comment. She says, only reason I ever went over there, meaning here, was to find out what was up and who you were talking about. That took some digging. LOL. But I have never stopped supporting you. And as I said before, never will, because mad respect, lady. Well, of course, mad respect. You even named your channel after her, didn't you? You have so much mad respect. A little copycat of a copycat. And I really do appreciate the encouragement and help you have given me. What's she done for you? You came over here saying you wanted to start a channel, but we're afraid to step on people's toes. We were the one that helped you with the channel. I was the one that helped you. I helped you walk through like setting it up and told you, all like the basic rules that I know, even asked you I even told you if you needed help to email me. So you know what? You're done. You're gone. Bye. You're not relevant. Bye-bye, Felicia. I'm going to bring that term back. Mark my words. That phrase is coming back from Crazy Wanda. With that, turn over to my lovely co-host, Dawn.
Alrighty. Well, y'all know it's been a heckin' day for me, right? So I'm kind of off kilter and not so prepared as I usually am, right? But I'm gonna wing it. So here we go. All right. So I just wanted to say I really hate all this drama for us. I thought it was over. We were in our own lane, posting videos about cats. Everything was going along smoothly, and we had some new folks coming in. I thought we were putting out some good info and some interesting content, and supporting each other, and everything looked pretty good. And I was feeling confident that we were making some progress. We hadn't heard, anything bad, hadn't talked about anything. We were just carrying on, doing what we needed to do. And then, sometimes YouTube will give you recommendations on your feed, right? So occasionally, because I was a member for a long time of the other channel, I still will occasionally get recommended a video from there. So it came across my feed as a recommended video, and I'm like, whatever, because I really was attached with the cats that person owns, and I wanted to see, if they were healthy and happy. And I care. I don't just stop caring. I don't have that. That's not me. I still care about the cats. I still care about that situation. I don't just cut things off that easily. I'm not like that, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm going to pop in and just see if everything is okay, and how things are going. And when I did, I run into this where there's these little hint drops, right? There's these hint drops of, well, they're talking about me again over there. No one was saying a word. We weren't talking about nothing. We were doing videos about cats, right? Because it's a cats channel. Next thing I know, another video, she's talking, oh, they're talking about me again. They're saying bad stuff about me again. No, we were not. No one had nothing to say. We were doing our own thing. We had put it all behind us and moved on. And now, hint drop after hint drop until finally she gets what she wants and she provokes, There's, when you have like PTSD and you've gone through your life and you're thinking, oh, so-and-so is a friend, and then they turn out not to be. That becomes a trigger. And, you know, there's certain things that can be said or done to really upset a person, especially a person that's, you know, that's been through some stuff. And she hit that spot. She hit that spot with all this hint dropping that we were talking about her and blah, blah, blah. So I said something to Wanda. I'm like, she's at it again. She's poking at us again for no reason, you know, and that's how this got started. And, you know, if I would have kept my mouth shut and just left it alone, that'd be one thing. But she would continue. She would continue to dig. You know, she would, because that's what she does. And not only would she continue to dig, but her people would come over, and, you know, it's like a never ending thing. So the only way to combat it is to just carry on and just let them. Just let them. Because you know what? Okay, here's the thing. And I had to really, really discuss this and go over this with Wanda and just really talk it through. And, you know, those people that were here, Cammie and, you know, that new channel, Jessica and whoever else, those people, you know, it's sad that we had to let them go or whatever. But you know what? Look, I just want to tell them thanks, right? I just want to say thanks. Thanks for your watch hours. Thanks for the support, even if it wasn't genuine, whether it was or wasn't, that's not for me to say. Thanks for the views and the watch time, comments that push the algorithm. Thanks for all those things. And, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, Dawn, I'm gonna interrupt you 1 minute because I just want to say this. So I just pulled up our data, the eligibility for monetization. So this is showing data as of October 15th, 2024, because YouTube's always like a week behind, because I think like they check over everything to make sure everything counts. I think that's why. So right now we have 566 subs and we have 1,577 public watch hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, exactly what you're saying. And I also want to say that this person that is talking about the fact that we are using them for content, and that's the only reason, like, I think it was Henny Penny or whatever that weirdo's name is, talking about, oh, it's a crap channel with crap content. Yeah, Henny Penny. Well, let me just tell you something, Henny Penny. I looked up your master's shorts. The last short that she posted was Hannibal climbing around on the shelves, which heaven forbid that poor cat falls, because she's not really that stable. And it was set to the Rocky theme or something, real creative. You know, it's just like, oh, let's just show a picture of a cat and put some music to it. And that got like a little over 600 views, and it was posted back on October 14th. This one here, which I just want to show everybody.
I wanted to show everyone Jack. Hi, Jack. Are you sleepy? Look at Sleepy Boy in there. Look at the sleepy boy. Poor Jack. Now I gotta make another one of these boxes for Lucy, because she was in the other one. Yeah, go back to sleep, Jack. It's okay. Oh. Night, baby. Yeah, go back to sleep. It's okay. You're safe and you're warm.
Okay. The reason I played that is because I wanted to show everybody there is nothing in there about Kim, Timu Troll, nobody. No mention of their channel whatsoever. Nothing. It's about Jack. That's it. Jack the cat. Not Uncle Jack, Jack the cat. And the stats on it, I don't know if you can see it or not. Can you see that?
Yeah.
You see the number of views? This was put out 2 days ago. Content Creators last short was put out October 14th. Only got a little over 600. Maybe it's a little higher now because I checked yesterday, I think. This one has 1,721 views, 53 likes, 20 comments, 1 subscriber, and a share. Okay? Now, let me go back here and another one here. Now this one I can't play because there's music, but I can hit the analytics. This is Mushu's New World. This was Mushu, little young cat that just finally I was able to get her spayed after having like 3 litters. This one had 4,365 views, 116 likes, 28 comments, 13 subscribers. Nobody's coming over here for the drama, Kimmy Poo.
Yeah.
They want to see the cats.
Yep.
I have another one on here. Let me see if I can find this one. This one's down a ways. And yeah, not all of mine make 1K. There are some that were duds. But you know what? The ones that were duds, it doesn't matter because like one I put up with today, I put up not because I just put it up because Mark likes to see Fury. Catitude likes to see Abra. I do that for, some people like to see Jack.
My alarm's going off. 1 sec.
Okay. I thought that was mine because I have the same one mine.
I told you, I thought it was going to be an hour.
I'm trying to find this one. It's loading up. But anyway, I can't find it right now. But anyway, I have one on here. My highest one was one of Torah, where I'm calling him up from the courtyard and he runs up the stairs to me. That got, no, wait, is this it? Oh, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. That got, I don't know what it's up to now, but back when I posted it, which was a while ago, that got 11K. That's my biggest one. And all it was me going, and Tora running up the stairs. 16 seconds. Nothing about you, Kim. Nothing about the troll. Nothing about your channel. Just Tora coming up the stairs, and people liked it. Nothing, no drama involved.
Yeah, we were in our lane. She just wanted to spark some drama, and I think that she felt maybe that that was going to help her channel somehow or something. That's the only thing I can come up with because we were not. Yeah, I know.
I think we all want to do that. That poor cat.
Yeah.
People don't understand what that cat goes through. I know, again, because the cat's afraid. The cat pees and poos on the countertop because he's afraid to get down because of Mittens and Oswald attacking him. And then she wants to say, and like when she drug him to Minnesota, knowing that the cat foams at the mouth when she takes him to the vet, but thought it'd be a good idea to drag him to Minnesota. And no, honestly, I'm going to just say it. I'm just going to say it. I don't care if she comes at me or not. I really hope that they find that those cats go to other homes. I'm going to say it. Because at this point, you're showing you're not even capable of caring for those cats. You're not even showing concern for those cats. It's all about you. It's you grandstanding, spewing hatred, just basking in the glow of your minions. It's disgusting. It's vile. It's sick. Go ahead, Dawn.
No, I'm hoping that it'll just go away. Of course, you know, it's like I said, you and I agree, it's not. She's just going to continue, even when we're not provoking her, because she's already proven that. So we're just going to do what we're going to do, you know. We have a lot of stuff coming, a lot of really good stuff, a lot of things that will be great content, but not just great content. There'll be really good things for cats. And that's what we're here for, right? That's why we're all here. So, is to do really good things for cats. So that's what we're going to do. You know, she's not doing anything. She was talking about, you know, trying to allocate part of her house or something as a rescue or something, from what I understand. Well, then, but I know in the past she said that that wasn't allowed and there were no exceptions. But that's just whatever. She's not doing. The point is, she's not doing the same stuff that we do, and that's why her channel is different. And she has her, you know, her thing, her agenda on her channel, and it's totally different than ours. You know, we're here to help cats and to help the people that help the cats. And that's what we're about. So that's our lane. And she needs to stay in her lane, you know, because she has no room in this lane. She's done nothing other than take in Hannah. The others are just cats that she has acquired as pets over the years. And they aren't, you know, it's not the same. They weren't colony cats that she tried to help or cared for over time or anything like that. Nothing like what we are doing and have done. So we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. We're going to keep helping cats. We've got lots of fantastic stuff coming. And we're going to try and keep it as positive as we can, in so much as if she and her people just stay in their lane and allow us to be in ours without provoking, then that's, yeah. And if they do, then they can just be gone. They can go back where they came from, because we don't have time for that. It's not important to us. What's important to us are the cats and each other, and how we can support both the cats and each other. And yeah, that's true, Mark. She has mentioned the feral cats on her property and that she doesn't help them, and saying that it was because she didn't want to get in trouble. Well, you know what? I do it every day. Wanda does it every day. And here, cats are vermin. I could go to jail.
Here's the thing, though, with her in Missouri, I got her on that one, because they have an ordinance in Missouri where you can get a permit to have feral cats.
Yeah.
You can have a permit. You can get a permit to have feral cats. So she could have them on her property. She wouldn't get in trouble for it. That's BS, like everything else that comes out of her mouth. I know, because I talked to one of the times that I called animal control, you know, because of all this craziness. I told the guy that I was moving out. I told the guy, I said, I'm so glad I didn't move out there, because, you know, I have these cats and stuff. And he said, oh, you could have kept the ferals. I said, what? He said, oh yeah, in Missouri we have a permitting thing where you can permit the ferals. And she knows this. She knows this because she said on one of her streams that she wasn't able to do that for her cats, because that might have been a workaround for her cats, because they already have vet records that, like, they're owned cats. So she knows that. She doesn't care. She knew Daisy Bree went out the window, didn't give a shit. What do you think she cares? She doesn't care. She doesn't care. She doesn't want to be bothered by it. She gave her trap away to Dawn.
Yeah, she doesn't want to do rescue. She wasn't interested in rescue. So therefore she doesn't want to help. Okay. So, all right. You know, stay in your lane, you know, only think about and care about your own pets and your own channel, and just leave us alone. And we will do what we do, which is helping cats and helping people that help cats, and sharing, you know, our experience with each other. And if she doesn't want to be a part of that, which she obviously never did and never planned to be, that's why this channel was formed. then she can stay in her own lane and do her own thing and just bug off, because we're doing important things. We're doing life-changing things. We're doing positive things. I don't care how much she wants to say, they're Jerry Springer, blah, blah, blah. You know what? No. On an ordinary day, you look at one of our ordinary videos and there's nothing dramatic said, nothing about her, it's her prodding and poking and her people making rude comments and prodding and poking. Just keep it to yourselves. Isn't that something that we learn as children? If you don't have something nice to say, just don't say anything. So are we really the ones? I don't think so. Yeah. I know, Mark. I've heard some stuff, I'll tell you. Sometimes Gertrude Springwater does contact me, and I can say her name because she's on my friends list, right? She is.
Hi, Rissy.
And I would try to talk to her because I thought she was a nice person, right? I really did. But then she's just going along with this, Wanda lies, blah, 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 and just the same talking points, right? And I can't wrap my mind around it. It doesn't make any sense. So I finally told her, just let it go. Just ignore it. Just stop. Enjoy the channel for what it is and just let it go.
I'd like to know where all the lies are coming from on our end when we've shown receipt after receipt after receipt after receipt. I mean, I've shown, what does she think? Does she think I've spent hours trying to figure out how to, send myself text or hacked it? I did. Maybe the story now is, I hacked into Kim's text and I sent the text. Now, if she starts saying that, where she got that from, right, everybody? So, I hacked into her email, I hacked into her text, and she sent the text over to me. It's ridiculous. But I want to I just want to take a minute here. I want to take a kitty break here because I saw a request in the chat here from our Catitude. So Catitude, here, this one's for you.
You gonna help me do dishes? Huh? You gonna help me do dishes, Abra? Are you? No? Okay. You gotta help me do dishes.
And here again, am I making this up? Am I figuring this out, Kim? What do you think? Do you think I somehow manipulating all of the analytics for YouTube? Look at the views on that. Had nothing to do with you, Kim. Nothing to do with you, Gertrude, Timu Troll, Jessica. None of them. Ginger Mast, none of them.
No, we were in our lane doing our thing. I don't know where she gets that when anyone was talking about her. She just had to poke at us because she was bored, wasn't getting what she wanted, whatever the case is, whatever it is. It was senseless and it needs to stop. And she keeps on saying, I don't go over there, blah, blah, blah. Well, that doesn't really make any sense. If she's not.
She does. She watches. She does. You know damn well she watched that 10-hour stream. That's why she couldn't get up in the morning. Like I said, it's sick. It's twisted. It's creepy. She's a stalker at this point. She's a cyber stalker. She's coming over here. She's creeping. She's a creeper. She's a lurker. It's like, I got to watch Wanda. Oh, my God. Well, you know what? Do you have some kind of weird thing for me, Kim? Do you? I'm kind of wondering. Is there some kind of romantic, weird thing going on there? Because you did say you were bisexual, right? I'm asking. Because I can't figure it out. I mean, you told me I'm not your type. I'm straight, number one. And I'm sure I'm not your physical type or anything like that. But I don't know. I mean, the way you act is weird. You act like a jilted lover. creeping around. I gotta see. Oh, I gotta see. Oh, she's got a new. Oh, now she's with Dawn. Oh, what are they doing? Oh my God. Oh, are they kissing? Oh, is Dawn wearing a sexy nightgown? Oh my God. That's what it's like. It's weird. It's creepy. It's bizarre. And those people that are watching you, they're just as weird and creepy as bizarre if they like it.
Well,
Yeah.
that's odd.
That, Cammy subscribed to my what is it? The Instagram. She subscribed to my Instagram account. I haven't posted on there since 2020 when I had knowledge is power. I also maintain an Instagram account, and I had all of the I called them 1 minute meow musings because you could do like 1 minute shorts on Instagram, and I did all of those. I did all of these little 1 minute meow musings, these little minute clips with the kittens, and I talked about how I was trying to socialize the kittens and get the adults used to being touched, and so all of that's over there. But I haven't touched that channel since 2021. So I don't know what she thought she was going to get. And and then after that, my channel, I've gotten several notices now that somebody tried to hack into my Instagram account. And Jack's bank account got hacked. Kind of funny, isn't it?
It's a bit weird timing, ain't it?
Yeah, isn't it? That all of a sudden everybody is starting to, and Jerry talked about this. Jerry talked about, wanting to take my channel down and other things. Yeah, we have screenshots, Jerry. So don't, run back and hurry up and erase everything or delete everything. Freaking gaslighters.
Well, that's the thing too, saying, well, nobody, at one point she was saying, well, they're openly begging for money over there and blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then turns around and says, well, nobody said anything about that. Well, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You said openly begging for money, right? I'm pretty sure I read that. I saw that because that was on the one that came across on my recommended. And I read that comment. And it was, no, we're not lining our own pockets here. We're actually helping cats, helping each other, help cats. None of this stuff is for us. I'm not going to drink that kitten formula.
I had to talk Dawn into that. In fact, and I said this you weren't on the stream, Dawn. I told everybody, I'm the one that pushed you to ask for the kitten formula because she didn't want to ask for it. And I've been telling her, if you do a rescue, if you do, do a business or whatever, you're going to have to fundraise. So you're going to have to get used to asking for donations. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not for you. It's for the cats. The same with me. I don't have a problem. You know what? Hell yeah. I'll beg for my animals. And so would you, Kim. You would beg for your animals too. Don't tell me you wouldn't. You're begging to keep your cats. So shut up.
I mean, yeah, okay. I work for my cats. I work for my colony. I work for my community cats. I work for all of these animals. I work for them. So if I'm saying I need something or whatever, yeah, okay. Yeah. I work for them. It's an unpaid volunteer position. And that doesn't mean that, I'm wrong or whatever, or, well, gee, if you can't afford them, maybe you shouldn't have them. Well, the problem with that is, I didn't choose this. And I'm picking up the slack where other people walked away. So, yeah, we couldn't afford to lose our whole retirement. It's walking around on four legs with fur right now, our retirement, all that stuff. Our bank account depleted. Why? Because it's the cats. So yeah, sometimes I gotta have help. Sometimes I gotta ask. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good, but I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna do it for them. I did all the rest of this for them. I'm not gonna stop now. And I don't care who says what, begging or about, oh, you're using your members or whatever she wants to throw, whatever shade wants to be thrown. I don't care, because for me, it's about the cats and what I would do for these cats.
Well, this one here, I mean, I just read some of these comments, like this comment from Henny Inky with Meow Me Jojo Blow Blow. I don't know what the hell. You deserve to be upset the other night. The other so-called content creator said she wanted receipts. Here's the thing. I'm gonna throw this out to you, Kim, right now. Right now. Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? With the content creator? Who exactly are you talking about? Woman up. Say my name. Say it. You know who you're talking about. If you're not talking about me and you're going to spin this tale that, oh, but I wasn't talking about your channel, then who? I want to know who this content creator is. I want to know. Name me. Thou who not shall be named, or whatever. Was it Harry Potter, I think? Who should not, was it that? Well, anyway, there's plenty of lore out there, plenty of movies where you don't name the monster. Name the monster, Kim. I want to know. Who's this content creator? Because it sounds an awful lot like me. Let me finish this. The other so-called content creator said she wanted receipts. Oh. There's a thing out there, I forget what it's called, but basically it's like, say, I go into a courtroom, I'm an eyewitness, and I see somebody commit a crime, and I'm sitting there, and the lawyer comes over to me and says, hey, Miss Miller, do you see the perpetrator here? Yes. Can you point him out? Yes. What are they wearing? They have on a dark navy suit with a yellow tie. Can you point it out? Yeah. I didn't say that person's name, did I? But you sure as hell know who I'm talking about. Same thing here. And we're going to talk about these receipts in a minute. You gave them a very understandable that you were annoyed by that, as it was like this so-called creator is provoking you to just get views on her crappy channel. Really? Crappy channel. Well, if this is crappy, I'd like to know what you call that. If this is crappy, that's diarrhea shit. Because, like I just said, I don't see many of her shorts reaching 1K and above unless they've been up for like 6 months.
And how often does she give, any kind of information or anything relevant other than her life stuff, cooking, gaming, her work, it's all her, and it's not about cats.
Yeah, and well, the rest of this comment is, you were well within your rights to speak up finally, heart, and your colorful language was just as deserved. She is just a silly, sad person. Aw, I'm a silly, sad person. Gee. Yeah, you know why? That doesn't even make sense. How can you be silly and sad at the same time? I mean, really, explain that to me, Henny Penny, Inky Dinky Do, Jojo Blow. How do you do that? How are you sad and silly at the same time? I've never been sad and silly at the same time. I've gone through deep depressions where I've wanted to self-exit. I've never been silly about it. Think it's funny to have a mental illness, do you? Do you think it's funny? Do all of you over there think it's funny to have a mental illness? Well, let me tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow, I got a number that might just put me in touch with YouTube. It's to Google. It's to Google corporate. I got a number to Google corporate. YouTube is a subsidiary of Google. I'm calling them. And I'm very persistent. I'll sit there all day if I have to. I'll wait. I'll listen to music. I don't care. I'm going to talk to a person. And when I do, I'm going to tell them everything, including how you guys bully, how you make fun of people with mental illness. There's something on YouTube that says if the channel is dedicated to like hounding someone with mental illness or a disability, that channel goes down. I'm sure you know this, Kim. You're an expert on YouTube. But let's talk about the receipts. So the receipts. Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch your stream. Like I told you, I'm not giving you a view. I'm not rage watching. I'm not giving you a view because you're not worth my time. And I'm definitely not supporting your crappy channel. And I'm definitely not giving you even a rage watch. Because like I said, you're not relevant. I don't give a shit about you. But as far as the receipts are concerned, I think all the people that donated deserve to know what you're doing with the money. What are you doing with the money? You have, how much was that, Dawn, sitting in a net spend account, just sitting there?
2,800 or so.
Okay. I thought you needed a furnace so bad. That should at least get you a down payment on a furnace. That
Yeah,
should
but wait, that's not the furnace one, though. You said the furnace one is still up and active, right?
That's right. The furnace one is still up and active.
I'm confused about it. I don't know.
Yeah, I am too. You have like $2,000 in one account and like 1,200 in a furnace fund. And we're now coming into the end of October and winter is just around the corner and you don't have a furnace. Or do you? Do you have a furnace? Because remember, everyone, that she had the energy audit?
That's true.
She had the energy audit. Maybe she had a furnace repaired, but she's not telling anybody. No, you know what I think is going to happen? I think that money, I think that's a slush fund. And I think come November when her contract's up, because that's what she said anyway. She even said this. She's booking it back to Minnesota. Oh, wait, Cat Mama. She had to close the first one and deposited that money. But the first one's still up, Cat Mama, and it's still active because you can donate. It's up. I mean, it's up. I can show you. It's still up there. I thought the money we don't know where the money's from. Where's the money from, Kim? Give us an accounting. You go look on the community tab at how Dawn did it. You should be able to do that. You should be able to give an accounting. From her in, there is a 1,133 from her into the second one. Yeah, but I don't understand. So what's going on with the first one then? Because let me pull this up here a minute. Where's it at? Actually, I think I made a screenshot of it.
She said that they expire and the money has to be moved. Okay.
Okay, but then why does she still have this one up?
I mean, okay, here's the deal. Here's the thing. For me, anyway. And I mean, I get.
There it is. It's still up. They both
but they still do.
Oh, okay. They both still come up as active. All right. But I don't see the second one. Where's the second one? I don't see the second one. The second one. I only see the one. The second one's gone.
Oh, but they're both marked for furnace?
Okay. So how do you know how much she has altogether? The money has to be withdrawn by a certain date. Okay. So she withdrew the money and she has it in a net spend account. But so how much do you know, Cat Mama, how much she has?
Yeah, that's the number that she was. My neighbors are being loud.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm confused about, Catitude, because yeah, the old one, I don't see the new one. So the new one has. So Cat Mama, you're saying the new one include okay. So the first one isn't even, but you can still donate because it's active. Because we looked at it last night. So okay, so let's just we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. So she has about 28,000. Okay. And so does she have an estimate on the furnace? Did she even get an estimate? I mean, I would think that you'd at least want to get an estimate so you know how much you're going to need or how much you need to raise, how much more you need to raise.
I mean, she can do what she wants with her money. She's
Yeah.
a damn adult, but the thing of it is, people gave. I mean, I'm sure none of you probably did, and people gave, right? So, and when I get money donated, I'm just like, all right, people gave this money. They worked hard for this money. It's not really mine to just spend however, and I need to be
Right.
be mindful that this is someone else's blood, sweat, and tears that I'm handling for them on their behalf. And because it's for them and on their behalf, I need to make an accounting of it to show how it has benefited and who it has benefited. Now, if I have money that's just sitting there, I'm surely going to say, okay, if you have donated since, between X time and X time, and that money is still sitting there, there's a reason for that. And what that money is going to do is this, this, and this. It's going to be withdrawn at this time. If I withdraw it, then I'm going to throw up some sort of proof that I have transferred it, moved it, whatever, and earmarked it for whatever it's going to be used for. You need to be held accountable. This is other people's life.
Yeah.
You don't just get handed that money, and it's just free for everyone. You work for that money.
And see, this is what put this up here. This is what Cat Mama says. The second one still has 22,900ish, but she has withdrawn some. I could not get my money back via GoFundMe. And see, that's not right because I don't understand GoFundMe at all because I know myself and there were other people that reported that when she started this whole thing of, oh, it's a furnace, but then it's like, oh, now I'm going to get an RV because I have to flee because I have, the cats are, and I have a screenshot of it. I have a screenshot of what she said, which she basically said, the Missouri pet limit laws are forcing me out of my home, la, la, la. And, GoFundMe never did anything because we said, this isn't, why does she have, just look at it. Why does she have, okay, in one breath, she says, I need a furnace for a house. And then the next breath, she says, I'm moving out. Why do you need a furnace for a house that you're not going to live in? And then she comes up with this, well, I put the furnace in because then I'll get more equity in my home. Okay, so now you're basically using your donor's money like a stock market trade. So you give me, so I get, $50 from somebody in my PayPal account and I take it and I go play the stock market and hope that I get the money back and then some.
I don't know. I don't understand why all these separate accounts. What was she going on about the receipts, showing you the receipts? What receipts did she show? A vet receipt for Figaro, I think. What receipts did she actually show? What did they pertain to? What did she think you were asking for? This is all so tangled. I don't really understand. I realized she was upset and ranty, and so she just, started throwing around stuff. Okay, but if she was going to go on and talk about it, even if she was upset, make it make sense. What receipts were you asking for? And how was she showing them? Did she actually show the receipts? What, I don't know.
And I'm
I didn't get
confused.
anything out of it other than she was PO'd. Okay, we understand
Yeah.
that.
I'm confused. I'm still confused about Hannah and Hannah's situation because number one, she finds this cat. So just, think of this. Put your critical thinking caps on, folks, and think about this for a minute. She's July 15th. She goes out of town for work. She goes to this Hannibal place. She's in the parking lot. She sees a kitten running across the parking lot, chases it down, gets it, is holding it, filming it, which is, her and I did how many streams about exploiting animals, injured animals for views. And I'm like, what's this? Then she takes the kitten to a emergency vet that just happens to be, that's possible. Just happens to be across the parking lot. She, mama. So she gets the cat looked at, on Diana's dime. And the thing is that kitten at that point was injured. That kitten was malnourished. The kitten was injured. The kitten was probably suffering from heat exhaustion from the way it was panting, because cats usually don't pant unless they're incredibly stressed or they're incredibly hot. That's like a big warning sign. If your cat's panting, that's not normal for a cat to pant, unless like Fury, he hauls his big fluffy butt across the room in a zoomie, he might stop and go, man, that was work for like 2 seconds and then it's over. But, cats that are panting like Hannah was, it's concerning. So they look at the kitten. The vet does whatever the vet does, get flea treatments, blood, all this, teaches her how to use a flea comb. How do you not know how to use a flea comb when you have 20 cats? I don't understand that one. The kitten goes back, the instructions, and she's saying all this. It's, again, people say I lie. All you have to do is go back and look at her content. She says all this stuff. I'm just repeating what she says. She takes the kitten back home. She does a stream where she's sitting on the floor. She's talking about how bad the kitten is. Oh, the kitten, you see, it's got an injury in the tail and it has a displaced leg. I'm still trying to figure out what a displaced leg is. I've heard of a dislocated leg, but not a displaced leg. So he's like, it got a displaced leg and I don't know if it's going to be okay. And it might have to have an amputation. It's going to cost a lot of money. To do this. And and people are getting, and then it's the infamous, and it probably was abused. This kitten was probably abused. Somebody did something to it. Okay, whatever. And then she's supposed to take the cat locally for a follow-up appointment, exactly, Catitude. And that doesn't happen because the kitten doesn't have enough weight to go get a scan. Nobody said anything about a scan. Everybody was telling her, go get a follow-up, get a second opinion, see what's going on. You took her to the emergency vet when she was less than 5 pounds or whatever. You didn't care then that she was malnourished, hyperventilating, had, an injury and everything, but you took her to the vet and he did stuff. And you were okay with that. But now you're not okay with taking her to a vet for a follow-up checkup, which should, like Dawn said, should have had the treatment plan, meds, possibly, all that good stuff. So then, that goes on for like 2 weeks or so. Then there's the concern filed, complaint, whatever, filed with animal control about the kitten. They go in. And I know this because animal control told me, because when I called animal control and talked to them after the big blow up and she started coming after me, animal control said the complaint was about the kitten. And they said that. I said, well, is the kitten okay? And they said, well, we probably shouldn't tell you this, but yeah, the kitten needs. They couldn't say a lot because, confidentiality, but basically what was said during that call was Kim misunderstood pretty much everything that the vet told her, was very upset because she didn't understand what the vet was telling her. the kitten needed to, and the kitten had a vet appointment set up. So now, fast forward, we go to October, she takes the kitten to the vet. Now, miraculously, the kitten's fine. No problems. Leg healed, no amputation. It's a miracle, folks. Kitten's fine. So my question is, which lie is it, Kim? Either you lied about it in the beginning when you said, oh, it's so severe, it's got to displace, because displaced, dislocated legs, shoulders, they don't go back in normally by themselves. Do they, Dawn?
I've never had that experience, but I'm a vet, so I don't know. That was why I said what I said in the very beginning. That started this whole shebang.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said, look, this is what I'm observing. This is what I have experienced. This is what I would do in your shoes. And I'm not coming at anyone. I'm just providing my insights, and do with it whatever you will. And she did. Everybody got pissy about it. And it was allowed to snowball into where we are today, which was stupid. Could have all been avoided if she would have just said simply, oh, okay, well, thanks for the info, or something like that. But no. So now we're here. And yeah, okay, it's if the kitten is healed and some sort of great thing happened and it's all better now and it's whatever, that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. I'm happy about that, because it did upset me that the kitten was hurt, right? So that's great. Well and wonderful. But we're not, I don't know. She just acts like we're just trying to provoke her over the stuff with the kitten and everything. And that was never the intention. It was never the issue. That's all stuff that happened because of a comment that was made with perfectly good intent and only out of care and concern as a friend.
Yeah, Cat Mama, that's what I'm thinking too, because when Rogue hurt his leg back when I had the maintenance people were here that nobody told me were coming, and he was outside and I didn't know they were coming, and he ran off and was gone till like 6:00 at night. And when he came back, he was limping, and that was my first thing. It's like, oh Lord, did he dislocate it? And I'm trying to get hold of my person at the rescue and talking to them, because couldn't afford an emergency room vet if one was even open. Because right now, all the emergency room vets around here, they used to be open 24/7. Now they're like on limited hours, like most everything since 2020, and they're also, I think, Monday, Wednesday, Friday or something. They're just like limited days and hours. So, and I'm doing my own research and, watching YouTube videos and looking at YouTube videos of dislocations, both animal and people. And they showed a little kid with a dislocation. You have to pop it back in. It doesn't just, maybe there's a rare occasion where it will go back in, but I think the odds of that are very slim. So you have to get it popped back in. You have to have somebody that's knowledgeable put it back into the socket.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there was a lot of misinformation or missing information in between the time of the emergency vet and the recent rant, where she was fabulous and everything was wonderful again. There's a lot of stuff that we just don't know about, or maybe we were kind of under the wrong assumptions in the beginning that it was even displaced. But we were told it was displaced. We were told that there was fractures, et cetera, et cetera. We were led to believe that there was abuse, all this stuff, right? So, None of it adds up. And so, yeah, we're concerned. Okay. Gee whiz.
Yeah. I agree, Cat Mama. You know, I think you understand this, Cat Mama, considering, you know, what your professional experience has been. But you know, the thing is that people that have certain mental health issues and personality disorders, you know, like psychopaths, sociopaths, there's some really intelligent people out there. They know exactly what they're doing. But I think in her case, because of all the substance use, their wiring is, I mean, back in the day, she probably was really good at keeping the lies straight and the manipulations going. But now, because of the memory issues, probably related to all of the substance use, it just doesn't work anymore. It's just, we can't keep everything straight like we could before. And I think there are things that, because I see it, I see there, you know, there's one thing said, and then because she really can't remember some things. That's legitimate. Because, you know, when her and I were friends, that was something that we talked about, and I encouraged her to go when she actually had health insurance. She had health insurance for a short window of time, I guess, before she went back to work. And I encouraged her to go get all this stuff done while she had, you know, she had medical insurance, at least just to get diagnosis. Yeah, exactly, Mark. And it's real. I mean, I'm not going to sit here. That's one thing. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to make fun of people's disabilities. I'm not. I'm not going to make fun. I mean, I'll say a lot of things about her, but I won't make fun of her disabilities because the trauma is real. The memory loss is real. You know, there's other issues that she has that are real. And I'm not going to make fun of somebody's disabilities. I don't care who they are. You know, I mean, even Pow Pow Power Wheels, he thinks I'm making fun. I never made fun of his disability. He calls himself that. But I don't know. It needs to stop. It is what it needs to do. It just needs to stop.
I mean,
And
if she doesn't want to stop, whatever, because we're just going to keep
yeah,
pushing through. So we're just going to do what we do. We're going to continue to grow. We're just going to leave her in the dust. That's fine. She could stay in her lane. We'll stay in our lane. Whatever.
Dawn, do you want to share? Because I didn't say anything about your news with the spay neuter and some of the other things that you have on the burner, because I wanted that to come from you.
Yeah. So, you know, Cat Mama generously donated some money for a spay, right? Well, so I called up the Humane Society and I said, look, I have this donation money and I need to get one of the colony members spayed. When can I do that? So we got to talking and I ended up talking to the director, who was then like, well, you know, I'm going to speak to the vet. And because it's a donation, maybe he would be willing to make a twofer. So maybe we can actually get 2 cats spayed. So fingers crossed, we'll get 2 girls spayed out of this, and that will, you know, if you consider how many times a year they're going into heat, having kittens and whatever, that's going to cut down on a lot out here. If I can get just 2, you know, and I've even been thinking, okay, you want to see me beg for money? I'm gonna friggin' beg for money. I'm gonna beg everybody in this town and everybody on YouTube, and I'm gonna do a spay and neuter drive in my community. That's one thing that I may do, not for sure, but may. Then another thing is I reached out to an organization here called Stop the Cycle, and they have a spay and neuter clinic, and it's in Arkansas. I can't remember what town it is, but they are very willing to talk with me and work with me and help me to see what I can do about either getting a clinic started or getting vouchers out to people or whatever. So they're going to work with me And also Wanda sat in on a webinar with Haas. And I was able to then reach out. She gave me the contact information, and I was able to reach out to that guy, and he's in Cabot, Arkansas. So there's big things are coming. Lots of interesting and good things. Hopefully, we're going to make a big difference. Not just here, but also possibly in Wanda's area too.
Yeah. And, yeah. And, like I've said before, that's why Dawn's here. Dawn's here. I mean, Dawn's here because Dawn's here for many reasons. She's here for many reasons. She's here because she's my friend. She's here because we have kindred spirits as far as the cats. It's great to have somebody that's, I know she gets lonely where she's at, and it can be a lonely road when you're doing this kind of work. So I'm glad that she's here because of that. But she's incredibly intelligent. Dawn's incredibly intelligent from the very first. And I read the email, the introductory email that Kim had sent me when she reached out to Kim originally and said, look, I'm having issues here. She's persistent. She keeps going. She doesn't stop. Every quality that makes a good advocate, as well as someone that I can depend on. I don't have to worry about her, oh, well, you handle this and you handle that, and I'll just go on the corner and, do whatever it is I'm going to do. But when you start making money, I'll come back and collect half of it. I don't have to worry about that with her. And I think, I'm glad that she agreed to come on, and I'm glad that she's here. And, like I said, and I did talk a little bit, Dawn, about the discussion we had about my possibly leaving and letting you have the channel at some point. And I don't know if Mark's going to let me do that, though. But, you couldn't ask for somebody better to take over the reins, because this is what she wants to do. And yeah, and I mean, but the thing is that we can't do it alone. And if this is begging, then it's begging. But the fact of the matter is we can't. And Furball Farm couldn't do what they do alone. They couldn't. No. If they didn't have all the support of the people. And I know, that's not, I know that's not an organization that we really want to talk about, Dawn, but now just any rescue, I'm just talking about them because they're big, but any rescue, any nonprofit, even for-profits that are doing charity work, they can't do it by themselves. It's just, unless you have some, like Elon Musk, you have some huge corporation that you can fund other projects. Most people don't have that.
No.
Well, you have
everybody's someplace.
Right.
You got to, people will talk, right? And they'll say, oh, I would really love to see blah, blah, blah happen in the world. And they'll talk, but are they doing? Talking and doing are two different things. Mm-hmm. And if you're doing, then you're taking your first steps someplace, right? You're taking those first steps someplace. So, and those first steps are wobbly sometimes. And sometimes you step on your own toe and stub your toe, but you keep going and you keep doing. And, that's where we are. We're at the beginning. We're doing what we can do with what we have. And sometimes it's not the greatest, maybe, and sometimes it really kind of sucks for us. And we need a lot of help because we're at the beginning. That's how this works. You start, you just start, and you get help. You ask for help. And, because you can't do it by yourself. I've tried, folks. I've tried all these years. I've done this by myself. I can't continue, and I can't progress. Doing it by yourself is near on to impossible unless you're independently wealthy, and well, how many of us are? So yeah.
And even when you're dealing with, and Dawn knows this, even when you're dealing with like city council members, or you're dealing with local leadership, like, you know, like I am with Elsbeth. I knew I knew Elsbeth before she became city council. I was lucky. And when I saw she was running, I thought, oh, this is great. Because that's the first thing I thought was, I know she's involved. Her mom was involved in TNR. I know she's involved in TNR. I know she'll be a great advocate for the community cats. And I was excited about that. And when I watched that webinar with Mike Wheeler, who's, I don't know, he's like, I don't know, he's executive director something in Arkansas with Haas, Human Animal Support Services. And one of the things that he talked about was when you go to local government leadership, and this is what the other content creator doesn't understand, that you have to give them something. You can't just sit and do nothing. You can't just sit and go, hey, don't forget about me. Oh, by the way, if you need my help, let me know. I'll be over here playing a video game or a computer game. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to offer them, what are you giving them in return? That's the way it works. You know, he said he's actually put together programs to teach people how to work with local government. And he said the one thing he said, you always hear over and over again that you pay taxes, they work for you. He said, you know, but that isn't exactly right. He said, because you have to put work into, because like Elsbeth, first of all, I don't know how it is with every place with their city councils, but in York City, Pennsylvania, city council they do get paid. It's not a whole lot. I forget what it is, but it's not a whole lot, maybe 12,000 or something a year, something like that. So most of them, this is in addition to a regular job that pays, you know, mortgage and rent and everything. So this is just like an additional thing that they're doing because they want to do it. Most of them want to do it because they want to help their community. So there's that. And then there's life. They have that. They have all the stuff that goes along with city running city council. They have all the stuff that goes along with their regular job. Then they have things like Elsbeth. She's caring for an elderly mother right now. She's got a house. She's doing TNR. She's doing a lot of things. So for me to sit here and go, you know what, Elsbeth, this is what we need. Your city council, you go do it. It's not going to get done. I mean, and we really talked about that. We talked about that. We talked about, because one of the things she said is that she would need like a liaison between, I think, the city and the community. And I said, look, depending how much time that would be, I might be able to do that. I do everything that I could do for, you know, to get this done. Because like Dawn, we need to start somewhere.
Yeah.
We need to start somewhere. We need to ignite that spark to get this thing rolling. You know, and you know, Dawn, I'm gonna talk a little bit over you because I know that this is actually Dawn made this point. I always like to give credit to the people, to whoever made the point. I don't want to say that, you know, I come up with all these brilliant ideas myself, although, you know, I am, you know, so crazy that I am brilliant. A lot of crazy people are brilliant. But anyway, Dawn made, you know, the excellent point that we, you know, as far as the colonies, that this kind of crap that's going on really in the end hurts our colonies.
Yep.
It really does. Because when you have this kind of, we're cruising, we're trying to get things done. We're working on all of these possibilities. And then we also have to fend off trolls. And they think it's funny. They think it's cute. First of all, we both have mental health issues. Both of us are diagnosed with PTSD. And second of all, we both deal with colonies. That in itself is traumatizing and agonizing at times. So, Dawn, you want to add anything? Because I know you made some really good points yesterday when we were talking.
Well, I mean, like you said, if someone is pushing our buttons and you know, taking away any kind of making it just making our channel look like garbage, that does indeed take away from the cats that we're trying to help, because that's the whole point of our channel right there. So yeah, dead on. You know, for people that claim to be so caring about cats, love cats and stuff, why keep doing this? Why keep hitting this channel, which in turn hurts these cats that we're trying to help? Okay, so it's a petty thing. You want to upset the people that are running the channel. That's stupid, because in the end, who pays? Who pays? We're not getting the money ourselves. The money is going to the cats. You know, the donations are going to the cats. It's not for us. It's for the cats. I don't know. Yesterday, I might have been on point. Today, I am not. My brain go bye-bye right along with my van. So I don't know. But to that point, it's true. It does. It messes. You mess with the channel, and then it trickles down. It messes things up for the cats.
Yeah, and the other thing too is, going back to the donations, there are people on the channel, like, Cat Mom, I'm just going to use you an example. I hope that's okay. Cat Mama, this has been really traumatizing for Cat Mama. This has been triggering for her. This has been hard for her because, again, it's the gaslighting. It's we don't know who's telling the truth. We don't know who's the good person, who's the bad person, who's doing what to who and why, and did Wanda really do this? Did Dawn really do that? All of this, it's gaslighting. It's setting up all the questions in people's mind. And, and there are people that could possibly come to this channel, be great community members, be great supporters. And I'm not just talking about financially or, with donations from Amazon, but supporters as in networking possibilities, supporters as in, maybe like Dawn needs a vehicle, maybe somebody, and this is why when that content creator and the bully crew are talking about us begging, that video that I made talking about my car, I made that first of all because I want people to know that they're not alone, that a lot of us are living in poverty, a lot of us are struggling, and a lot of us take care of colony cats because that adds to it. I know Mary struggles, she's got financial struggles just like I do. And to have someone like Timu Troll do it, poverty shaming, poor shaming, that's not okay. But the reason that I did that is above and beyond that. Sometimes, just sometimes, you might know someone. Now, like Mark's in the UK, granted, but if Mark lived somewhere in the US and he was close enough to me, I know Mark. I have no doubt in my mind, Mark would drive probably a day, get a motel room, come over here, fix my car, not charge me a dime for it, because Mark's that kind of person. And there are other people out there who they may be able to help. They may be able to say, hey, I'll give an example. I have a friend who's an artist. Similar issue she had with her vehicle. Broke down, didn't have money for a new one, went for like a month. I mean, she was really struggling trying to find it. Used cars are so expensive. She couldn't find anything in her price range. It was terrible. What ended up happening is because she's on social media and she kept putting it out there, she wasn't begging. She wasn't asking for money. I think maybe somebody did set up a GoFundMe for her, but she wasn't asking for it. But what ended up happening is somebody down the line saw her post, sent her a message and said, hey, we have a car. You want it? We don't use it anymore. perfectly fine car. We just don't use it. We got another one, or it was, or somebody passed in the family and we inherited it. And well, if you want it, you can have it. Just pay for the transfers. That happens. And
Even
that,
information too.
yeah,
Even information, say, oh, well, Jack's got this GI problem. Sometimes somebody might have experienced that
yeah,
and be able to share that information. So, even that is a huge value, um, being part of the community isn't, yeah, it's great when we get financial help or whatever, but it's not just about that. It's about all these other things. Yeah, like the networking and the sharing ideas and information and all that stuff. Spot on, Wanda. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
no, that's okay. I'm just reading Cat Mama. I'm anxious, so I'm picking out cat food on your Amazon. What do you need? Let's see.
Oh,
Friskies is always appreciated. And I'm trying to think what I have on there. Any of the Fancy Feast. Your pick. Or the wet. I'm pretty good with dry food right now, Cat Mama. But yeah, wet food's always a need. Yes, virtual hugs are also good. You're right.
yep.
You're right. It is, yeah. I mean, and that's another reason why Dawn's here, because she didn't lose. She was driven out of her community on the other channel. She was driven out. I was going to say she lost them, but she didn't lose them. She was just driven out. Yeah, Purina's okay. The Purina one's fine. Purina one. That's fine. Good too. Whatever, I mean, any of it is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what really did it for me
Thank you,
though
Cat Mama.
was how quickly people were willing to just turn on me that I really thought
Mm-hmm.
me, and that's some seriously messed up stuff, like I really cared about people, and then just like unbelievably quick I was a troll, supposedly. Like, what the
Well,
heck?
yeah, and I was just gonna say, well, and also with Dawn, I can tell you, I got emails from folks that were so worried about Dawn, and they just saw what was happening, and it resonated with them. Because again, I really believe trauma impacted people recognize other trauma impacted people. And
Yeah.
you really don't have to say anything. You see it, you recognize it, you recognize the signs, you recognize it, the look in their eyes, you recognize their behavior, you recognize the hypervigilance, you recognize a lot of things. And it was very disturbing to me what they did to her, telling her to choke on birthday cake, pushing her out, because Dawn did not deserve that. And that whole thing of saying that she was misusing the money, she took the money, she never begged for money. I was on that stream. I saw what she said, and all she said was a little off topic, but I am having issues with Grayson. It doesn't look good. She just wanted some support. And Dawn has autism. She's been open about that. So she may say things that other people would look at and go, oh, why did she say that? So sometimes things don't come out the way somebody might expect it to come out, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's usually that I'm being a lot more either black and white or a lot more blunt. And
Yeah.
so, or literal, I guess. And so when I say something, that's literally like, if I'm saying, oh, it's rough, things are bad, blah, blah, blah. I don't have a motive. I'm just saying things are rough and it's bad. That's
Yeah.
all.
And that's all it was. That was just That's all it was. And I mean, and I can understand. Look, I can understand. And Dawn and I've talked about this because, when I looked at it, the first thing I thought was, huh, is she fishing for money? Because I mean, just the way it was, again, when something's written in chat or text or email, you don't always get the inflection in the person's voice. You don't get to really see their face. You can't really discern, how it's meant. So sometimes it's hard to look at something and go, huh, what do they mean by that? And I told Dawn, I said, I could kind of see people, but then as it went on, I understood that no, she was just upset. But above and beyond that, after all of that went down, and she brought out receipts. What more does that content creator need to see? That content creator hasn't shown anything other than waving around a receipt from Hannibal. Where's all the other stuff? Where's all the other, what about all the other PayPal money you got? What about all the, she has PayPal. I think she has everything. PayPal, Venmo, Google Pay. I think she has all of it. I mean, and again, she doesn't have to show anything because she's not a nonprofit. She's, she can take the money and run, but it's an ethical thing. It's an ethical thing. I know my family, my family and I, we've been in positions where we were doing really well, never rich, but we were doing okay. We've been in positions where we weren't doing okay. We've been in everything in between. And I know the value of money, and it came from somewhere, unless you're like Elon Musk and you're pretty much, you got almost $1 trillion, that it doesn't matter, you just throw some money at somebody. Most people work really hard for their money. Yeah. Most people do. They work really hard. A lot of people go to school to get the positions they get. They have to continue getting training, and then they have to put up with a lot of crap. So if they're giving you money, that's an honor. And it should be treated as an honor. And you should have respect for that person. And the least you can do is, if that person, now I know Dawn, same as me. I have people that donate to PayPal and they'll say, "Want to get whatever you want." But I don't feel right spending it on myself, because it's supposed to be for the cats. Mm-hmm. And there's always something that they need. So, I mean, right now, if I get extra cat food, or I just bought litter, which you missed that, Dawn. I showed my receipt for litter.
I saw it.
Yeah. But I received, I got cat litter. But if I don't have to buy food, then that money can be used for flea treatments. That money can be used for other things. Can be used to restock my little medicine chest that I have, my little first aid kit that I have for them, with basic things. And I think, and another thing I want to point out too, is this whole thing of the way that this is going down, and this constant gaslighting, and, not knowing who to trust. Because I've seen people, I think Cat Mom, I think it was your comment. Somebody said they're so confused at this point, they don't know who to trust anymore. Mm-hmm. And it's absolutely true, because I'll tell you, I want to say this right now. I made a couple of people hidden users. The one person I made a hidden user, I made them that because I didn't know. I don't know. There's kind of are they, aren't they? I'm on the fence. I didn't know. And I told Dawn, I said, "Look, I hope I made the right choice here. If I didn't, I apologize to the person, because I don't know." Mm-hmm. Because I don't know if it's just their personality, or if they're playing both sides. the 21 Cats person and Gertrude and Cammie and the other ones.
But that's where this ugly bullshit puts us.
Yeah.
It puts us against a wall, and then we aren't even able to discern, okay, who's genuine and who's not genuine.
Mhm.
And that's, and that then boils down to what? Hurting the cats.
Mhm.
Because the more we cannot discern who is genuine or not, and the more we turn away or, cut off from our content and our channel and whatever, the more loss hits the colonies that we care for.
Mhm.
And it hurts the cats.
Yeah, because
You don't
we
sit
had
there and say she's blameless. She's not blameless. She's not, she didn't ever stand up publicly and say, look, I don't want this person, bullied or whatever. Or she just let it all happen. Let it all happen. And there were even instances where she sat there and encouraged,
Mhm.
From the background. So, and who did that hurt? Yeah, it hurt us. But in the long run, hurting us hurt the cats. It all boils down to the cats. And that is what is ticking me off. The fact that she puts on this big show about how she, cares about cats and whatever, but she doesn't, because it's like she's just using them, and doesn't care what effect her stuff has on other cats. And that's really not cool. I just let her stay over there, and we're going to just keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Leave her behind. And if people want to, start crap or say bad things, it's just whatever. I don't have time for it. Wanda don't have time. We're busy people.
Mhm.
We don't have time. We have cats to take care of. We have cats to save.
Yeah. And it'll just be hidden. You'll get to be a hidden user. And
Yep. I mean,
it's been explained over and over again. I have told, and I did have someone email me and let me know that she was talking about me again. And I'll have people that will do that because they don't like it. They don't like it. It bothers them. It
Right.
bothers them.
Yeah.
But like I've said before, I would dare that content creator to go through all my stuff and see, find anything where I even remotely encouraged anyone to go over there and cause problems. I never told them told anyone to go over there and unsubscribe. I didn't even tell anybody to go over and unsubscribe from 21 cats and 2 dogs. I'm not telling anyone to do that. I'm not telling them to stop watching the channel if they like the channel. I'm not telling them not to. I just don't want the drama here. That's it.
Yep.
It's just that simple. I'm not, I don't, when I made that video, like, please just stop. Don't feed into it. I will say somebody did leave a comment that they would like the drama to stop and that we would just, because they feel like a lot of the content is about the content creator. I don't really think, and Dawn and I, we don't necessarily agree with that because, I feel like we put out a lot of content that doesn't have anything to do with her.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we have to. Yeah. Yeah, Rissy, I did read the text and everything, or the messages. It is a shame. Yeah, and the thing is, it's a whole different situation. It's a different situation when there are people that go over and they watch the channel and they just, they watch to see what's going on. And if there's anything that's concerning, they report it or they do a screenshot or something like that. It's a whole different thing when they go over there and they actually interact. They go over there and they say, oh, your channel's so great. And they, they're over there saying things, and then they come over here and say things. That's a whole different situation. Like, I'll just, use Mark for an example. If Mark went over there and said something and said stuff like, 21 Cats did. If he goes over there and he says, yeah, well, I think your channel's crappy too. Nobody's engaging,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything okay there? There's like a lot of talking. Is that at your place? I don't think it's mine.
No, it's Mrs. Sanford, and I thought I heard her say something about a kitten.
Oh no.
I'm like, I hope she's not
Ugh.
dropping something at my door. And she said she got something for the neighbor too. I'm like, oh, geez. I thought I heard a knock, but I didn't know if it was mine or downstairs. I don't need a kitten. I don't.
Oh no.
I don't need a kitten.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't believe how much Mr. Fuzzy Butt has grown in the last 3 or 4 days. Holy cow. That little man can eat with his little ears. He gets sucking on that bottle.
I love their ears when they do that.
God. And the little noises. And he like makes this little growling noise like he's this big vicious lion as he's sucking milk from a plastic bottle. He's so funny. Such a cutie. Although I will say, I think my friend is just falling head over heels for him. I think she's probably going to want to keep him, but I'm not saying anything. I actually have my fingers crossed she does. Because then I can still see him, right? So, yeah.
He's cute.
Oh,
Are you gonna bring him back, or is she gonna just continue to take care of him?
I don't know. She hasn't talked to me about it. She hasn't said, okay, when are you coming to get this monster? And right now, and that's kind of helpful to me because I gotta get my ducks going in a row here, and this thing with the band now. And I was like, oh my God, how am I gonna even get down to my mom's who lives all the way across town? I don't know. I just don't know. And I suspect it's the transmission gone out.
Oh no.
Right. Yeah. It wouldn't shift at all. And then it was like you could only go like maybe 20 miles an hour, because it was winding out and not shifting. And then every single light came on. Every light, even the ABS one.
Oh no.
And then it just cut out. It was done. So it's going to be a big problem. And right now, I kind of hope she holds on to him. At least right now. I miss him, though. He's so funny.
I wonder if you can. I mean, this is something that I know you're not a nonprofit, but we had a nonprofit, Tabby Trappers, in here. Oh, listen to Mark. And they actually got a vehicle donated to them through, I think it was like one of the moving companies like U-Haul or Hertz or something. There might be a way that even though you're not a nonprofit, because you're doing all the TNR, maybe you could see, maybe somebody would be willing to donate something.
I think we have I know there's some churches that do that stuff for like single moms and stuff. I don't know if there's any, I don't know, it would be something to look into. You might, or even just if I could even figure out a way to get a discount on the repairs themselves or something. There might be something out there. I just need to look around. I do have like a warranty, but it's not a good. Yeah, it's the El Cheapo warranty. You know what I mean? Like it's something better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So and I'm sure it covers something, but I'm gonna have to fight tooth and nail to get that, coverage to pay out. So we'll see. But for right now, I can't go and get the kitten because I just have still too many irons in the fire right now, and I don't want to add to the stress because they feel that all these guys, they all know. That's right, Mark. You
Yeah.
really got to fight. You really got to fight to get anything out of that warranty. I don't know if I will get anything out of it, but like I was saying, all these cats, especially the dogs too, they all feel it when there's a lot of stress,
Mm-hmm.
and they act differently, and sometimes for the not so good.
Yeah.
My PCAT, Mr. Sam, he does spray sometimes, and when things are crazy, then his spraying indoors will kick back up, even if he's been good for months and months. If things get crazy or too hectic or too stressed,
Mm-hmm.
they'll spray on something. So yeah, I just need to get it to where it's a calm level. That's one thing though that I have had problems with in placing cats. And I'm wondering if anyone else out there who has, placed cats, if they're running into the same issue, because the cats really need this calmer, more quiet environment, low stress.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get people that want to adopt, but they have a family and they have children and they're on the go and they're very busy and their lives are loud. And, and I'm not saying that's a fault of the family. I'm just saying most of the cats that I can adopt out would not adapt well to that. So what do you do? Just another bump in the road that I experience here. Just throwing that extra bone out there.
Yeah, that's absolutely true because I think most cats do better in a calm environment.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know even my friend that adopted, she get two. I think she got two of the kittens from the colony. The one she fostered, I think she fostered one too. And no, it was one that she adopted, and that one was really would hide. And I told her, "This cat's a sensitive cat."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my friend's had cats forever, but she still, because my friend is I mean, she really walks heavy. Well, she only has one horse now, but she's had a horse. She has her cousin's goats, and so she wear boots a lot, and she walks heavy to begin with. So it's like boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
and lots of. She lives by herself, but still, there's lots of stuff going on all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the cat finally adjusted to it, but it was hard.
Yeah.
And both the rescue that I had taken the cat to, that she got after the rescue, checked her out and everything and got the shots and everything. And they just gave them to my friend because, they knew that I had got him and everything. And, yeah, it happens a lot. Rescue cats
Yeah.
will only settle in a quiet home. Yeah.
So then, because I can't place them, because they need such very specific
Mm-hmm.
environments to go to, and I can't place them, then I'm stuck, and they're here, and I can't move them along because they need a very specialized home, and so then it falls on me, and so I don't want Mr. Fluffy Pants, to end up like that. So where he's at now, they They have a grade school aged kid, and they have what I would call medium to low. They're not like real hectic or loud, or but it's enough to combat that developing in him.
Mm-hmm.
So I almost feel like it's better for him to be with her, because then he'll be placeable even if she doesn't take him permanently.
Mm-hmm.
Then he'll, already be acclimated to family life, which is really important in placement. So that's it would be one less stressor for me to have to, go through, because then he would maybe end up here again, and for good. If he wouldn't be able to adjust like a lot of these. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some can only go to very specific homes, and it makes it hard when you're rescuing them, because if you can't find those specific homes, guess whose home they're going to be at?
Yeah.
And then you got to figure out how you're going to support them, just like children. How many children can you support? Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's kind of my concern with Jack is I don't know if he's, I don't know how he'd be. I mean, I know he more than likely was in a home,
yeah, I think so
but
too.
he is unpredictable at times. And so you couldn't really, can't give him to a rescue knowing that, because that would be a liability for them if they did adopt him out.
He
But
couldn't be around kids.
yeah,
You could not let him around children.
yeah. As far as other cats though, like him and Moosh have really been, since she's gotten spayed, they've really been hanging out together.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't hear any more knocking on the door, so hopefully, I don't know what I thought it sounded like she said kittens.
Oh
She
no.
sounded like she said something about kittens. And
Oh,
then
no.
she said, "But I have something for you too." I thought, well, don't give me kittens. I don't need kittens.
I don't
That's why
know.
Moosh got spayed. I mean,
Right?
it's sad, but I just, I don't even know. I don't even know if her other litters survived. For all I know, her other litters may not have survived.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, there was that little black and white kitten that I wish I could have gotten that night, because I don't know. That one went over where the pit bull dude is, and they're cray cray over there.
I haven't seen Arrow's kittens, the ones that I showed on that video.
Oh yeah,
Haven't seen them. They were under a brush pile there for a little bit. And then the day that I found the bottle baby, after that I did not see her older kittens, and which really sucks, because Cat Mama, I think it was Cat Mama. Well, anyway, I got a bag of kitten food, and I was planning on putting that out for them especially, and then they up and dipped on me. So I don't know. Maybe they're around and I'm just not seeing them.
yeah,
Because when they're little like that, they can really scoot, and they can get in some itty bitty places and you don't know they're there. But yeah, I don't know. It can be pretty hectic.
yeah. Catitude. Abra showed up. She's actually, I think she's back on my bed sleeping. She's either back on my bed sleeping, or she's laying back on the table by it's the sun isn't really as bright now, but she was laying back on the table where the water fountain. She was laying there on the warming mat.
Oh.
It was yeah, I think that that was a different photo, Mark. The one that I used on the mug was one that I used like a filter on, because I have some really cool effects that I can do now with it. I have it's not a great editing system, but I have a better editing system on this phone than I did the other one. But yeah, Abra showed up last night and she's been in ever since. Tora's over here laying on his bed.
Mhm.
And yes, Mark, I'm glad that Mushu doesn't have to go through that again. I was so relieved. I was so glad that Elsbeth did that. That was so nice of her. Because I was basically, I said, look, please, are you still willing to do this? I'm really sorry. My car is, until I can get this car thing figured out. I didn't comb her today, but I combed her. Was it yesterday when she came in? I think I'm getting the fleas under control. Fury, I didn't find anything on him. I found some flea dart on Tora, but I didn't find any fleas. And I hope Abra's done now with that. I'll have to run the comb through her, but she's not itching or anything. But those cap action really are great tools.
Yeah.
Rescue told me about that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The cap action, the tablets. Yep, the tablets. I had Rescue that was helping me back in 2020, the one that was in Maryland. She told me to do that when those you can give to kittens. And she said when the kittens come in, give them that and then give them a bath. Give them a dawn bath. And that gets pretty much rid of the fleas. And then if they're old enough, you can give them a Revolution or, another flea treatment. But yes, Masu. He's that little stinker. He still needs a treatment. He didn't get a treat. Yeah, you. He's the only one that didn't get a treatment yet. Everybody else got a spot treatment, but not him. No, he runs under the furniture. He knows, I know you can't get your big fat ass under the bed to get me, so I'm going to go under there.
Well, I don't know if, I missed a whole lot of what went on at the beginning because of, time problems in my van and all that. But I really hope that, people feel better and have a better idea of, where we stand on all that with the other person. And I hope this stream has helped.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, the only thing, when you showed up, my next topic was going to be Jack. I was going to talk about Uncle Jack, and what happened there. So that was like the only thing that I didn't get to. And I don't have to do that today. I can cover that another day. Because the story is the same,
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not everybody's cup of tea, but he didn't deserve what she did. Yeah. Well, yes, Mark, I'm glad that you can, I'm glad this worked out for you because we were trying to figure out a time where you could come in too. What are you doing back there? Here's your toy. There. He goes behind the couch and meows for his toy. and he plays for like 5 minutes and then he runs. He just likes to jump up out from behind the couch and grab I get this little.
Oh
yeah, little.
Fluffy with feathers always does it.
Yeah, he loves this thing.
Yeah, I think if people just continue to, be supportive with us, we will continue to put out the best content that we can and that reflects us doing the best that we can to help cats And we'll just all move forward with it.
Mark.
Oh no.
That's okay, Cat Mama.
Yep.
We have the rewatch.
Yep.
We have the rewatch gang. I mean, there are people that probably couldn't make it that will rewatch it, and that's fine. Because, I tell people all the time, don't be sorry for having to do life stuff, because real life stuff always comes before YouTube. It's not. And that's kind of like the thing that I just keep coming back to is it's so silly. It is silly. It is silly and sad that this content creator keeps doing this because it's YouTube. It's not that important.
Yeah. Yep. And the only ones that it comes down to really truly affecting is the cats.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is kind of crappy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, and the thing is, like, no one wanted to see her lose her cats in the beginning, but the way she's behaving now, people are starting to be concerned. Yeah, my cats don't like the vacuum either.
No.
My cats hate the vacuum.
Mine don't like the broom because I just have hard floors, so I don't have a vacuum. But they don't like the broom or the dust mop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh. When they were kittens, though, they would get on the dust mop and ride it around, which becomes really frustrating for me, but very funny at the same time.
Yeah. Jack's the only one that is broom trained, and he's like, I take the broom, get down the balcony, get down the stairs, and he goes down, and he'll be at the bottom of the stairs, and he keeps looking up. And then after about 5 minutes, he starts walking back up. No, we're not done yet. Stay down there. And so he walks back down and he looks up. Can I come up yet? Can I come up yet?
Oh.
And he's like, he's really starting. Lucy has more of a problem with him now than he does with her. He's like, he just kind of walks by her and gives her the side eye and just keeps walking by. But she doesn't like him. I did see Lawless last night, so I'm glad she's okay. Because I hadn't seen her in a couple of days.
Yeah.
I just wish she would come back up on the balcony because it's getting colder and I want to have boxes for them.
Especially with her being older.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what, Cat Mama? I had that. I had stenosis in the neck. Oh, terrible. Couldn't turn my head. Couldn't do it. It healed, and I'm sure yours will probably be similar. It healed, but it can still be a problem if I do something wrong or too much or whatever. It's like it never truly gets back to normal again, unfortunately. And that sucks. I'm sorry. But y'all, it is time for me to go and feed this entire zoo.
Okay.
And I got a message on my phone a little bit ago, and I'm scared to look at what it was.
Oh, no.
It was probably Ross. I don't know. He's still at Mom's. So.
Oh. I thought it was I guess the mechanic isn't in today.
No, I won't be hearing from him yet. In fact, he probably won't even have time to look at the van until Tuesday or Wednesday. So we'll just be stuck catching cabs and bumming rides until then, which is okay.
Yeah.
So, but I'm really glad that everyone came in, and for future viewers to at least have an opportunity to see where we're coming from with this.
Mm-hmm.
you know, and what our plans are and what we're thinking. And ask questions. Y'all got questions? Ask them. Ask them. Doesn't bother me. I know it doesn't bother Wanda. There's no stupid question. There's bad questions, maybe, but there's not stupid ones. So ask away.
Yeah. And we don't have a problem with that. We never did. I don't have a problem with somebody voicing their opinion either. If somebody says, well, you know, is that onyx behind you on the bed?
It looks like that is Pip. And it looks like probably Hope. Onyx is just a little bit smaller. Pip is a big girl.
Are you coming back, bud? Can you not get in the cords here? Watch out. Come on. Come back up. Come on.
Yeah, Pip is the only one I have that doesn't have any white, not a single hair, not one white bit anywhere. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. Yes, I have Nyx and Onyx, which are their names are really similar, but they're two different guys. And then Pip. 3 voids. Nyx is 14 years old, and he's usually not in the videos, but once in a while. He's pretty decrepit, and he struggles a lot. So I'm not really sure how much longer he'll be with us. But he's our kitty that grew up with my kid, and always been a part of my family. It feels like it'll be a very strange day when he's not with us.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? He was from a feral colony. Yep. So he's a pretty neat guy. He's part Siamese. You can see his Siamese markings in the sunlight under the black.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And his eyes have that colored glow, not the usual, wispy yellowy green glow. It's got some color to it. So yeah, he's a neat guy.
Yeah, Catitude, that is rare. I mean, all 3 of my, well, I have 3 girls, but all of them have white on the black.
Yeah, we even checked between her toe beans. Nothing. Not a single one. Solid.
Yeah.
It's crazy. "17 years old." Wow, Mark. Super fast.
Wow.
Huh.
Hmm.
Yeah, even when they have to have like special surgeries and stuff, Mark's making a point about a cat that had to have like its legs basically rebuilt. They can still, I mean, heck, Grayson, even though he's FIV, he'll live a long and healthy life. You just, if they're handicapped or have an illness or whatever, you never know. They can live very long and healthy and happy lives. I hate it when people say they just discount them because there's something wrong with them or whatever. There's something wrong with me, and there's probably something wrong with all of us.
Something wrong with somebody we all know.
I'm feeling that too.
and I think that's the rare exception to the rule, to discount that one. That one's not relevant anymore.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think he's probably the oldest cat I've ever owned. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, no, I think my mom had one that was 21. Yeah, but that was when I was a kid. So I really didn't own it, but more like my mom did. But it was a black cat as well. Mhm.
Well, black cats are supposed to be more resistant to diseases and such too, right?
That's
That's
what
what
I
I
hear.
read. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what's so different that makes them, but that is what I've seen.
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't know. I'm interested to see like how things are going to go with Grayson. I've really been watching him and his whole now
Mhm.
that he's been fixed and he's feeling, healthier and stuff. He is like totally a love bug. You wouldn't believe this is the same cat. I mean, he was sweet before,
Wow.
but now there are times I can't get him off my lap. He won't leave me alone.
Yeah, he got neutered, didn't he? He did get neutered.
He
Yeah.
did. He's got everything now. He's gotten
Yeah.
all of his shots. He's fixed. His boo-boo leg is having some progression toward healing. It's just slow, you know.
Yeah.
And he has to be watched for infection. So, uh, other than that, I do water therapy with him on that leg. So, and I was scared. I'll admit it. I was scared. I thought he was gonna like claw the crap out of me.
Uh-huh.
You know, he didn't. He didn't even fuss. The first time he tried to he struggled a little bit and he was
Yeah.
like, I don't like water. What are you doing to me? And he did kind of struggle, but he didn't yell at me or fight or anything. He just struggled some. But now he actually, I wish I could take my camera over there and show you. It's so funny. He'll stand with his feet on the middle divider between the two parts of my sink,
Mm-hmm.
and his back feet on the edge, and he just lets me do it. He just lets me pour the water over, and the infection is gone. Yeah. So now that doesn't mean it won't come back because he's still the flesh under on the underside is still healing. That's what's slow. It has to come up through all those layers, and that takes a very long time for an FIV cat. So he's working on it, and I'm working on it, and we're working together on it. Yep. Yeah, he's an awesome boy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm gonna hit the road and get these guys fed and get all of the bowls cleaned up and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
it's chore time.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with you, Dawn, because I've been here since 1:30 or so, and I have cats too that
Yeah.
I have to attend to. Cornelia, she was. Oh, that's
Uh,
right. Yeah.
yeah, they are slow to heal,
Yeah.
but they can heal. So we just got to give them a chance.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, anyways, I guess I'll be here and waiting for some questions or whatever. If anybody has any concerns or whatnot, and I really appreciate seeing everybody here. Let you know what happens with my van.
Yeah. Let us know. No, we might have to start a van GoFundMe.
I'm telling you, I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, I got my fingers crossed. So
Yeah.
anyway, I'll let you end it now. I'll duck out now and you can take it from there.
Okay. All
All
right.
right.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Bye, Dawn. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, um, it depends. Okay. So I could talk about Jack, Uncle Jack, just a little bit. and just go through that story and explain what's going on there and address that. Or we can take that to another day. It's because I know, Mark, it's getting late where you're at. And I don't know, Cat Mama, it might be a little traumatizing for you. So it just depends what you guys want to do. Because I can finish it off with that, or we can just flip that to the next time. Why are you not there? Okay, that sounds good. Yep, that sounds good. Yep, okay, that works for me, Catitude. Let's do it another day. Yep. That'll give the bully crew something to think about. I can wait. Mark. Yeah, we can do it another time. So I'm going to close it here then. So thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that this helped a little bit. Hopefully clarify some things. And I guess just the moral of the story is, like Dawn said, we're just going to keep going. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. Excuse me. And whatever she does, whatever she throws at us, we'll just knock it back, and we'll hide who we have to hide, and that's just the way it goes. So, and Cat Mama, I got your email, so thank you so much. I'll be on the lookout for that tomorrow. Mary and Catitude and Rissy. Who else was on here? Am I missing somebody? I think I got everybody, right? Okay, everyone. I'm going to go. Everybody have a... Yeah, I'm not going to no. I'm going to go. Everybody have wherever you are in the world, have a good early evening, late evening. If it's time to go to bed, have good night, Mark. Have a good after you take your shower, and sans a certain part. Hope you have pleasant dreams. Everybody else, have a good evening, and I will see you in the next one. So goodbye for meow.